It might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
Back to Sasser. They dump it into Duran. Duran blocked from behind by Mobley, and he gets it back. Mobley gets it back from Duran. They kick it to the corner. Strus wide open for three. Strus! The Strus is loose. He buries a three.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
That'll do it. The Cleveland Cavaliers are moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. They'll take on the New York Knicks. A final score for the Cavs. They win 125-94 in Detroit.
The result is surprising, but the way it happened is even more surprising.
McGee joins us now.
The movies of just 1989 alone to me are movies that I'll never forget. 1989, also Silence of the Lambs. Hello, Clarice.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Yes, yes. Do you want some Chianti with your fava beans?
Oh. Now, Geeter, have you ever done the Buffalo Bill and tucked it?
Yeah, I have.
Quack, man.
Listen, you guys got to remember, dude, guys, that's when you're 18, 19 years old.
So that means you do that?
You did it for fun. You did it. We did. I'm sorry.
You have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
How do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger.
On 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app. And on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Give me a freaking break.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
What a catch by the tight end.
Dungus. Right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to
I've danced with the devil.
It is smooth, baby. Yeah.
Free mahi mahi, free mahi mahi.
Everything needs to be Dodger-related addressed to Bergie.
All right, Geeter, this is where we go. Ba-da-da-da. God, I love this part. I'll set my alarm in the mornings just to be up for this. 7:02, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show begins. Yes, our special guest, Chris Geeter McGee from Spectrum Sportsnet. What a sight for sore eyes.
Good to see
and
you.
We go to George Sedano live in an airport somewhere, I believe.
Sedano.
I'm actually at an airport hotel, that's actually in the terminal. There is a TSA right outside my window.
Oh, my God.
8 floors down. Literally in the lobby, there's a TSA. That's what I got going on today.
George, I was trying to explain this morning that that's what you would be doing. I was still kind of confused. Will you be packing? Will you be in the terminal? It was just very confusing when we talked yesterday. But I'm glad you're here, and you're a little bit like Tom Hanks in that movie. You're just living there is what's happening.
I'm just living here. It is kind of weird when you walk in the terminal, when you land, and you ask someone, hey, where's the hotel? And they said, you just walked past it. I'm like, oh. Okay, no problem. I'll go find it. Thank you. But, listen, I'm in Detroit. I did an awful Game 7 yesterday, but the Cavs moved forward, and now I'm going to OKC today, hence why I'm staying at the airport hotel, because the game is tonight. So I'm doing the show and then running off to an airplane that I hope is close by when I walk into the terminal, but if not, I'll run. It's fine.
George, you called a great game last night, but I did notice first quarter, and I told Lindsay I thought you were a little pro Pistons, and I think that's a shot at her.
Yeah, what was up with that?
And then obviously the Pistons
and then the worm turned.
Yeah, the Pistons did nothing to excite anybody, so you kind of switched over to the Cavs. But I feel like you were a little pro Pistons start.
You know, you're at the home arena, right? You're at a Game 7. You're expecting the home crowd to be into it, the home team to be into it. And I think everyone thought the Pistons would just win, including Lindsay, I might add.
Oh, yeah, I thought that the Cavs were going to get smoked. I even said beforehand, I just want everyone to know on the record, I know that the Cavs are going to get killed, so let's get all the jokes out of the way now.
Yeah. By the way, George, you were not on a text chain with Bergie Morales and Lindsay and I, so sorry about that. But I had thrown a little something at halftime, like great start, like you look good. She wanted no part of that either. I wasn't trying to jinx anything, but that game was over.
Yeah, well, I didn't put Sedano on the group chat because he was doing the game.
Yeah, no,
I didn't want to interrupt him. He's a star, Geeter.
I know. It's just I noticed he was not on the chain.
Yeah, I was not, and that's fine. That's fine. I do, Morales, when I'm doing a game, whether I'm on sideline or calling the game like yesterday on radio, do not disturb is on. So it doesn't matter. You're never going to really disturb me.
Oh, okay.
By the way, you can text me during any post-game show, and I will see it at the commercial break and do whatever you ask me.
Are you going to keep that promise and text me the Buffalo Bill pictures?
There are.
He did say he'd do whatever he asked him to.
Quack,
guys.
Yeah.
By the way,
quack.
In the 80s, there were no phones, and in the early 90s in college, there were no cell phones, there were no pictures, and that's the best part of the whole thing. So,
right.
You got Polaroids out there.
Proof anything.
Well, I will say this. The one thing that changes now is all those LeBron to Cleveland rumors are pretty much done. Well, I guess not 100%, but because if they get slaughtered in this series, then maybe I guess there's still a possibility. But at the very least, that quiets some of that storm, I think, Geet.
Yeah, I think for now. But if, like you said, if they lose to New York or they get to the finals and they get swept by an OKC or a San Antonio, don't you think they pop right back up? Like, what a story, the missing piece. LeBron goes home to Cleveland for the finale and gets him over the hump. I mean, listen, it's LeBron James, so there will be conversations. But you're right, it's quiet for now. But as soon as the Cavs lose, if they lose Lindsay, then it'll start right back up again because that's how it is.
Yeah,
you know that.
I agree. I do think that would be the case. And again, a lot of it is always determined on how a series ends, right? When a series ends in a thud, like, for example, the Pistons, right, last night, everyone is now going to focus when it comes to the Pistons on, oh, you see, we said all year long they didn't have a secondary scorer. And, Cade, was they basically had four guys on him. He couldn't do anything, scored only 1 point in the second half. This is why they need this, that, and the other. And we focus on all the things that a team needs in that scenario, especially when they get their butts handed to them. And I think that would be the case, right? If the Cavs get throttled by the Knicks, which I don't know if they will or won't. I don't know what to know. I don't know about this Cavs team anymore. I've had them more than any team this season, Geeter, and yet I still can't put my finger on who they are because some nights they look great like yesterday and other nights they look like they don't belong.
I was telling Lindsay, the Jekyll and Hyde that team presents is insane to me. Like you watch them in Game 6 at home in a closeout situation, zero fire. Played absolutely horrible, and then they completely flipped that on the road into Game 7, and they attacked all night against Pistons. They didn't let Pistons get physical at all. They didn't turn the ball over, which I thought was shocking. They're hitting threes. Got like Sam Merrill's getting hot. I mean, 4 guys over 20 points. So the Cavs just played a completely different game. And when you watch them play that way, George, you say, man, they could actually beat the Knicks. I think they're actually a good matchup with the Knicks. And I was telling Lindsay before the show, it's not a layup that the Knicks are going to the NBA Finals. But something that interests me in the NBA, when you watch a team lose, I think the hardest part for GMs and for ownership and fan bases, do you look and you say, we are right there, we are young, we can keep going, maybe it's a piece here and there, or do you blow it up? I think that's the biggest issue in sports. You look at any sport, if you come close or you don't get to the mountaintop, they blow things up so quickly. Like, what do the Detroit Pistons have to do now? They got to find another score. But do you let Duren walk? I don't think so, right? You're signing Thompson. You're giving those guys the extensions. And that's the thing where, the Lakers, on the other hand, you look and you say, man, that is a damn good year. 53 wins. They won a playoff series without Luka Doncic and basically without Austin Reeves except the last 2 games. How close are they? Well, when you look at the NBA right now, I put the Lakers in this tier 2, right? I think they're a top 8 team. But I think the top 2 teams, George, are just so clearly ahead of everybody else right now that you are going to try to play catch up with them. So you're going to have to build your roster to beat those 2 teams. It's like the early 2000s with the Spurs and the Lakers. Those were the only 2 teams winning. And then it became the Cavs and the Warriors. How do you beat those teams, right? And right now it's just the Spurs and OKC, and I just don't see anybody really close to them. So how do you build your roster? Do you blow it up, or do you think you're close? That's the hardest part in the NBA right now.
Yeah, I agree. I think the NBA Finals are going to be played at the game I'm going to be at tonight. And I hate to say that, because look, here's the thing: you want to sell hope, right? If you're the NBA, and I guess look, the bright side would be if you're the Eastern Conference, you don't have to go through the Western Conference gauntlet, right?
Yep.
Like the Lakers got beat by the defending champions. And, but had they beaten them somehow, they would have had to eventually face San Antonio at some point, right? So you have to go through this gauntlet. Whereas if you're the East, you only have to play one of them. You don't have to play 4 different behemoths. So I guess that's the one thing you cling on to if you are a fan of one of these teams in the Eastern Conference. And we know here in LA, there's plenty of Knicks fans probably listening and around town that are thinking to themselves, they have a real shot. And I guess that would be what I would say is their shot.
Yeah, and I think you're right, because if you're in the West, you constantly think about how am I going to get through those 2 teams. If you're in the East, say you're a Boston Celtics, you're an Indiana Pacers, who I think are going to be great next year. You're Detroit, you're Cleveland, you're New York. You can get to the NBA Finals, and then anything can happen. I mean, look at that Game 7 last year. Halliburton goes down. If that's Shea that goes down, maybe the Indiana Pacers are a championship team. So in the East, you just have an easier road, man, a better road. Like you see, you're playing the Hawks, who are, they're an up-and-coming team. Toronto. But at the end of the day, man, like the road, you're a 3 seed in the West. You're playing Minnesota first round. I mean, that's just not that fun. It's a gauntlet.
Don't you think that's more of the reason why LeBron would want to go to Cleveland, though? Because he sees them and because let's be serious, they're probably not going to beat the Knicks. They're definitely not going to beat OKC. Don't you think that he looks at that and it's like, hey, I could go here. I could go home. I have the easiest chance to get to the finals again, because I feel like no matter what the Lakers do, he's still going to have a better chance if he joins the Cavs.
George, you jump in, then I will, because I feel like I know where I want to take this.
I mean, the path in the East would be easier if the goal is to win a championship. But I think the problem becomes is, it's easier said than done. It's not like the Cavs can take on LeBron at the salary he wants. If he were to go to the Cavs, I think at best he would be a mid-level exception guy. I don't know the math off the top of my head, because there's a lot of permutations here that have to go down, particularly with a team like the Cavs, who were near that second apron or whatnot. I just think ultimately for LeBron, it would be a tremendous pay cut in that scenario. So I think that if he wants the combination of a shot to win and probably get close to the salary that he believes he deserves, it's probably still best with the Lakers.
I think only 2 choices for him, and that's the Cavs and Lakers. I'm not buying the Knicks. I get that that's out there right now because he thought about the Knicks prior to coming to LA and playing in Madison Square Garden, trying to get the Knicks a title. I just don't think that's realistic. I also don't see Golden State either. The problem with the Cavs is the one you just said. Is he going to go for the vet minimum? I mean, that's...
They could trade.
They can trade, and that's the only other way. But now you're also trading who?
Jared
Allen?
A piece that would help you win a championship.
Yeah,
right?
you got to trade Jared Allen in that scenario. So now you're losing a big, a valuable piece, a rim runner. That double big is working for them. So I don't know. I also, George, think there's one thing that no one really talks about. Do you think in any scenario you see him just walking away and shocking everyone? Everyone who talks about LeBron.
Retirement,
always, yes. Everyone always mentions he wants this going away party. He wants his flowers. He wants to go to every arena and be loved and get the gifts. I've never heard LeBron talk about that. What if LeBron just says, man, I'm done and I'm up 15 on Father Time and I'm walking away? It's possible. He can still play. There's no doubt about it. But I still think that's on the table, but I don't hear many people talking about it.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's the one thing off the board. I mean, I guess technically not off the board, but it's funny because nowadays, as you know, we can bet on anything. Mm-hmm. And one of those options that if you look at like some of these sports books, they'll have that as an option for LeBron. But it's very much way down the list of things. And I don't completely rule it out. I would be surprised if there was no like retirement tour, just from because forget about him, right? Forget about because look, all the greats have had one, right? You look at the Lakers, right? Kareem had one. Kobe had one, right? Because Kobe, remember, I think it was in December, Kobe announced, hey, that's it. This is going to be my last year. He was like, whatever. And then the rest of that season was a retirement tour, right? Plenty of other superstars in the NBA have had them. It's not even for him. Like, if I'm Nike or any of these, like, endorsement deals he has, I want the retirement tour because I want to benefit from it financially.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. And I feel like, when Kobe did it, we were a big part of that in terms of covering Kobe's final season over at Spectrum. And those post-game shows, George, were 90 minutes, sometimes close to 2 hours, because if you remember Kobe in those post-game press conferences when he played, sitting at his locker, he would talk for 20 to 30 minutes because every reporter from both teams was there, and Kobe was opening up like we had never seen it before, speaking Italian to Italian reporters. Like, it was just going on and on. So, I've seen it a little bit this year, George. I don't know if you kind of saw it as much after those post-game shows, like watching him sometimes just talk longer than usual. Listen, that's part of walking away, right? So for me, like you don't want to cheat the fans in the NBA of that. So I always kind of go back to that too. Like, I could see him going one more year for sure. Also because the way he was playing, he's not done yet. But I still think, retirement's at least on the table that no one's talking about. But I agree. I think he comes back one more year.
Yeah, I believe that it's one more season. But go ahead, Chris. Tell us about our friends at Valvoline.
Absolutely. And I got a Valvoline Instant Oil Change hat I'm going to wear tomorrow. I didn't wear it today because I didn't think Geeter would like it. I worry about Geeter. It's 7:15, and you know what you could have done since the Sedano and Kap morning show began? Well, you could have gone to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a location near you.
Yeah, listen, so when I look at it, it makes me think to myself, tonight is going to be a good barometer, Geeter, now, we saw that the Lakers against OKC, right? But I think that if this series, the Spurs and Thunder, go the way most people expect it to go, because I think most people expect it to go the distance, I think we will really, truly see a glimpse of what the Lakers will need this offseason.
You nailed it. I wrote down a note yesterday when I was thinking about the show, and I was trying to put it in context for the Lakers. They have to learn from this series, and they will be watching very closely. I think San Antonio, and we saw it in the regular season, George, even though the playoffs are different, they are the one team that can match up athletically, size-wise, speed, everything with OKC. I cannot wait for this series. I think OKC is going to win. If I had to predict, I think OKC is going to the finals, but they're not sweeping. And I'm looking forward to them getting into some fights and getting into a game 6 and 7. I think at the end of the day, George, just like OKC a couple of years ago when they got to the semifinals and lost, the Spurs haven't taken those steps yet to get to the finals, and I'm such a take-a-steps guy when it comes to the NBA playoffs. I feel like teams have to go through the gauntlet a couple of times before it's really their time to win it. I think OKC's experience, even though they're young, wins the day, but I am so excited to see, like, Chet versus Wemby, right? Like, Vassell, Castle, all these young guys, the talent, De'Aaron Fox, who's actually been in a playoff series, but this is the furthest he's gone. The vet of Harrison Barnes on the bench talking to guys like, how does this play out? How is it officiated, right? And Laker fans are going to get so pissed when A.J. Mitchell goes for 11 tonight only and is like 2 for 8. Or Jared McCain misses all 4 threes. Like, just know that's going to happen. It's like Julius Randle last year absolutely lit up the Lakers and shot over 50% from 3, and then you get into the next series and he's not that guy. It's going to piss all Laker fans off, me included. But know that San Antonio is going to play a role in that. Like, they defensively are different, and that's what's going to be fun in this series. Like, you're talking about 2 absolute heavyweights going at it.
Yeah, I can't wait to really dive more into this series because I do think that, I would imagine the rust versus rest thing, rest versus rust thing is going to happen because we're going to see that in both series because the Knicks have been off now forever. OKC has been off now forever. Meanwhile, the Cavs and Spurs have had a few days, but they have played a lot more recently than the Thunder. But Wemby and Chet is an underlying story that I think will develop a lot over this series. Those two have a real history together, Geeter, and it goes back to their international under-19 days or whatever. I mean, even further back than that, like their high school days, they would compete against each other in their U16 days, internationally, U.S. versus France. And there is a legitimate disdain between the two. Forget about like that, yeah, they've been competitors and they have similar body types, although Wemby's taller or whatever. Like those two guys straight up don't like each other.
Flat out. And I think that's great for the game. And I think it's going to be great for this series. And I think it's going to get chippy and it's going to get physical. I don't know about you, George, but what impressed me about Chet, and listen, Wemby's going to get all the love. He is a future multi-time MVP. We know that. But, man, is Chet important to this OKC team. And when you are a Laker fan and you're watching these games and you're watching that series, you realize what he means to this team, and you just can't punk him anymore. I remember when Powell kind of got punked by the Celtics, right, in the 2008 finals, and the whole thing was, can Powell be physical enough? Is Powell tough enough? And Powell came back and proved to everyone, and that's why he's in the Hall of Fame, and that's why he's a multi-champion, and that's why he's considered one of the Laker greats. Chet Holmgren, I was surprised, actually, like the physicality and the hitting the floor. And by the way, he flopped for sure. Everyone does. But it didn't bother him as much as I was hoping it would, George. Like, he handled it, and he's a lot tougher than I thought. And his ability to stretch the floor, and when he's hitting that three, and the follow-up dunks, and the fight and the physicality that he was showing, I was surprised. Like, he's ready for this fight, and he has way more to prove than Wemby right now, because Wemby's already on his way, and we've already anointed him, right? He's going to be one of the greats of all time. Where does Chet fit into that, right?
He has been fantastic this year. I mean, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander told me earlier this season, there's a reason we've been the 1 seed every year since Chet Holmgren arrived, and he is not the secret sauce. He's part of the mix. Like, he's part of the real entree, right, as to why they are as good as they are. So he averaged, I believe, over 20 or about 20 points a game against the Lakers. I'm curious to see what he does against his rival in Wemby.
7:21 on a Monday. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Sedano, live from the airport somewhere. Let's talk about our friends at Prize Picks.
Yeah, listen. If you want sports action in the state of California, Geet, Prize Picks is the place to be. Download that Prize Picks app. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Your first $5 lineup gets you a $50 lineup bonus. It's very simple to play Prize Picks. It's more, it's less. Yep, you heard that right. It's more, it's less. There's a stat projection for every player imaginable and every sport imaginable. You can bundle a couple together. And by the way, even crisscross and cross-pollinate sports, and you can win cold, hard cash. And right now is the Do It Live 2026 NBA Finals sweepstakes. Pick live squares during the NBA playoffs, and you can win a trip for 2 to the NBA Finals. You can be there with me. To enter, just make a $5 lineup with at least one live player pick during any part of the 2026 NBA playoffs. Live player picks are made after a game is already in progress. So download that Prize Picks app. Use the promo code Cappy. You get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Get $50 in lineups after you play that first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA.
Thank you, Sedano. When we return in 3 minutes from right now, more Geeter with us on a Monday. We'll do some more Lakers at 7:45 in about 20 minutes. Bergey's Oregon. Recap the Dodgers from the weekend. It's the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
ESPN LA may sound one way on AM.
But you know where it sounds best?
You guessed it, crystal clear digital audio.
Crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA wherever you get your apps.
And you can always watch LA's mega sports station live or on demand on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles.
Rams fans, D-Far here. The Rams are making history in 2026, heading to Melbourne, Australia to face the Niners. You can be there. I've teamed up with True Fan Travel to hook you up with the ultimate fan experience. Game tickets, hotels, exclusive events, even a chance to meet me all in one package. This isn't just a trip, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Spots are limited. Don't wait. Visit TrueFanTravel.com right now and secure your spot. That's TrueFanTravel.com. See you there.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center, May 23rd and 24th. Biggest show ever!
Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards.
Plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books.
CSA, CGC, and JSA will be there.
So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade,
Or get them graded. 770 tables.
thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it! Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, May 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5.
For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com.
That's frontrowcardshow.com.
You have your vote by mail ballot. Now it's time to vote. Drop it off early at any official ballot drop box. Visit plan.lavote.gov to learn more. That's plan.lavote.gov. Brought to you by the Los Angeles County Registrar.
The NFL schedule dropped, and it's time to settle up. There's road trips to plan, hotels to book, tickets to split, tailgates to cover, scores to settle. All the things for the season. But now, when you send $10 or more to a friend with PayPal by May 28th, you could win 2 tickets to every home game of your favorite team. Yep, the whole season. Visit paypal.com/P2P sweeps. No purchase necessary. See website for details, including how to enter by mail. Brought to you by PayPal, official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Hi, this is Avner Gat, founding partner of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Avner Gat Inc. is your trusted Los Angeles public adjuster. Call me directly at 818-917-5256 for help navigating the complexity of your insurance claim. Now back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Abner. 7:27. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Monday. Geeter's here. We know how he feels about the 80s on this day in 1985. The #1 hit, Simple Minds. Don't you forget about me. Geeter, turn on your mic.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
By the way, Fletch was 85, I want to say.
What?
Fletch. No, you're not a Fletch fan?
I'm not.
Chevy Chase? No way. Come on.
Listen.
The movie Fletch. No. And you're an 80s guy.
No, oddly enough, I'm more of a 70s guy.
Are you really?
Like 70s and 90s. 80s is fine for some things.
Yeah.
I'm an old soul, man.
Not old enough for the 80s.
I thought you were like 42.
I am, but like inside. I mean, we know this now. It's like 87. Although they gave me a new heart, so now, like,
man,
I'm going to live forever.
Parachute pants. Dude, I thought I was a break dancer.
I'm going to be on the air as long as Steve Mason.
Well, if it was up to you, you wouldn't have him on anyway.
No. I love Mace. Come on, man.
You give him all sorts of grief. He is. He's a legend. Okay?
He is a legend.
You give him more respect.
But Mace and Morales on the radio are actually great together.
I'm glad you think so.
I like the,
They're like a married couple.
You know the great thing is
great.
I'll get naughty with him in the breaks. Like, and he likes that. Deep down, he likes it, but he wants to pretend he doesn't.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Oh.
And
okay, deep down.
Ireland just likes to watch and take it all in.
Yeah.
He's a sicko,
What
if I'm a sicko that likes to watch?
Well.
Hey, how did that rejoin or the open with Sedano and then those rejoins that we did go the other day?
I think they were.
Oh, I didn't get to hear it. How was it?
They pretended like they didn't hear it. But then
that's the worst.
Yeah, but I know deep down they'll do it. Maybe we'll do it again tomorrow for a live imaging. Well, it'll be live imaging. So,
did you guys ever tell John that we talked about DTF St. Louis and that we kind of saw him as the guy watching in the closet?
No, probably not.
I didn't.
Sometimes
we
we got to say
shouldn't.
things as like a, make it not as known as, hey, straight up.
I might have just lost my Idaho invite right there, but
That's something only Cappy could probably bring up with him, and it would be okay.
I think John would. I think he would laugh at that. It's kind of funny.
So they didn't even notice, Chris?
No, they
just were
noticed. They responded to like the second rejoin, but it's one of those things where they hear it and they're like, "Oh, these wacky guys."
So I was
Those
in
guys,
these
those
guys in the morning.
Morning crazy guys are.
So I was
nuts.
I was in here for the open and I was watching to see their reactions. They were just kind of looking like confused, like why is Sedano on our open right now? And then when you said, Sedano, they were just like, oh, okay, and moved on.
Yeah.
I saw over the weekend that down in Disney World they opened the new Muppets Rock and Roller Coaster, and the old guys in the movie theater are like featured prominently in the ride. I
Stadler and
guess.
Waldorf.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they were like, "Oh, you know one thing about this roller coaster? It's always going downhill." And I was like, "Oh no, I needed to send it to you guys."
That's very much. Well, they hated when Mason used to hate when I used to call them that, but they're funny. I love those guys, those Muppets, and I love Mason and Ireland. Yeah. They're like our Muppets.
Yes.
So anyway, so Geet, let's talk a little bit about more about the Lakers offseason here. Okay. So look, I'm letting you right now, forget about salary caps and that, whatnot at the moment. Okay. Just give me like your priorities right now. Like what are your priorities for this team when it comes to adding certain types of players? Even if we don't have to talk specifics, just give me kind of an outline of the type of player you think this team needs moving forward.
Well, I'll tell you this. I should tell your listeners. I mean, I think the people that know me and watch our shows kind of know my history with the Lakers. Like, and I've said it before on this show, like out of the womb fan my whole life, and obviously got the dream job of covering the team. And as you know, George, once you start covering the team, like things change, right? Like, I don't know if it's also becoming a father or whatever, but like my priorities, like, yes, I want to win all the time. But I can also look at this season and say, man, 53 wins, won a playoff round. Like, that's successful. Am I satisfied? No, because the fan of me still wants to win. So when I think about like the Laker team, and I know I just said this in the last segment, I keep going back to how can they beat OKC and San Antonio? But I need to kind of put that to the side, if that makes sense, George. And what's the best team that they can be and how can they get better? It's got to be athleticism and some youth. Where I think the Lakers have to get better is in the draft, they have not hit the last couple of times. And I think when I look at the best teams, it's the perfect storm, it's the storm of three. It's draft, it's trade, it's free agency, right? And you have to have that combination. So the Lakers with the 25th pick this year, they got to get someone that's going to be a rotational player in the first couple of years, like OKC has done, like San Antonio has done. Not a starter, but someone that can be a impact player moving forward in a couple of years. So I'd like to see that. If you have to give one thing, give me athletic wings. And I know that's so overplayed in the NBA, and that's all anyone talks about. We need 3-and-D wings, but you have to have length and athleticism. Because when I watched OKC series, and I watched an A.J. Mitchell who's longer and fast, able to get to the rack, get to his spots, also able to defend. Like, that's the biggest thing for me, was the way OKC was able to guard one-on-one on the perimeter or in the paint. And then if you want to switch, they could do that. You want to hedge, they'll do that. You want to blitz, they're going to cause problems at half court. The toughness of Alex Caruso, like that kind of combination. Give me some 3-and-D wings. I wouldn't mind a big that can stretch the floor too. You got to be able to rim and stretch the floor, so that's a priority. A guard that's a little bigger. Big guards for me are also like, give me one of those. I would love a guy off the bench that can cook and heat up, George. I know I'm giving you a lot of things, but if I'm building a wish list, like those are the type of guys I want.
So it's interesting you say that. So I spoke to a former NBA GM yesterday who happened to be at the game that I was at in Detroit. and spent a lot of time talking to him, right? And I asked him, what are the priorities, when you're looking at bringing in players, whether that's the draft, free agency, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. Even in the G League, let's call it, right? And he said 3 things: size, speed, skill.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, you can't teach size, okay? And he's like, I'm talking about every position, okay? Now, are there smaller guys who are outliers? Sure, okay? Chris Paul, outlier, right?
Yes.
He didn't say this, but I'm saying that. Chris Paul, small guard, outlier, superstar player, even at 6 feet tall, okay? But that's an outlier. So he says you can't teach size. He goes, ideally what you want is 2 of those 3, at least to start. And really what you want to start, if you're developing a player, is size and speed, right? He goes, can I make you a little faster? Sure, through our training, maybe I can make you a little faster. But speed also, you can't really teach usually. He goes, skill, if I've got time and I can develop you, I can get your skill to a certain level where I feel like I can make you a rotational player. And that is, to me, it made all the sense in the world. Like, that to me is the building block of how you develop a guy, especially if you're going to draft a guy or you're going to find a guy, a two-way guy through the G League. Because if you think about it, how many guys have you seen that started their career on any team in the NBA where you're like, man, that guy has prototypical size, and you're like, but you know what? He doesn't really have a ton of skill. He's pretty raw, right? Like, how many times do we say that? A lot, right?
All the time.
And a guy I look at in this league, and the Lakers have played against him in the playoffs 2 years ago now, Jaden McDaniels is a perfect example of that. You look at a guy with that kind of size, right, who can defend multiple positions, right? He's got plenty of quickness for his size as well. He just wasn't super skilled to start. Now, dude, not only is he locking up Kevin Durant in a game I was at earlier this year where Durant was like 3 of 12 against him, but he's getting 30 on the other end on a given night. And that's the type of development that you want. And if you're the Lakers, to your point, you need to do that. It starts with the 25th pick this year. Did you know, by the way, Brian Windhorst brought this up to me the other day on the show. Do you know the last rookie the Lakers extended that they drafted?
Ooh, hold on. Man. Wasn't
got to go way back.
Yeah, because it wasn't D'Lo, it wasn't Ingram, it wasn't Randall.
They traded those guys.
Wasn't Lonzo,
now,
it wasn't Josh Hart. They traded all those guys.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. The last rookie that they extended.
I'll give you a hint. You ready?
Yeah.
2005 draft.
So it was after Luke. Luke was 03, right? 04.
Yep. Class of 03, Luke. Who I saw yesterday, too.
Was it Bynum?
Yes.
Bynum.
Andrew Bynum was the last drafted player the Lakers extended.
That is a wild stat. And it goes to show you in how the NBA's changed, right, George? Because back then, you were all about bringing guys in that you are, to fit with your stars. You had Kobe and Pau. It's about getting Fish back in the mix. It's trading Shaq. You get Lamar Odom, and you're keeping Luke and Farmar, but then you're bringing in a Shannon Brown, like all those types of things. Now, I believe the way you've seen OKC do it and the Spurs do it and Detroit do it, and the Knicks in a way, but they've brought in guys on trade, but is building through the draft, and now you get your pieces, right? Like, and the Lakers have always been about staying relevant and trying to win now in the Kobe era and into the LeBron era, that you just don't have that capital anymore. You've traded them all, right? Or some didn't work out, like a Jalen Hood-Schifino.
It is fascinating, but you got to hit on your picks in some way, shape, or form. Like Dalton Connect, with the 17th pick not being a viable option at this stage, is a tough pill to swallow. That's the reality in today's NBA with the salary structure and how punitive things are. You need, for lack of a better phrase, cost-effective employees. And the draft allows you to have that.
That's it. And that's where OKC, it gets frightening when you think about the cost-effective guys that they have on their roster, and A.J. Mitchell being the 15th highest-paid guy and McCain being the 14th highest-paid guy, and you can let a guy like Lou Dort walk. I don't think they will, but you could because you have a number of guys coming in that are already there, and you have 2 more draft picks. Like, that's how you build. It's hard to do now, but that's where I listen, George, I'm always on this, like, man, how much patience can I have? Because we all like winning, and we're all competitive, and you have Luka, and you're not going to do it overnight. But how do you take those steps for a year, 2 years down the road? You are really a contender. Because right now you're in the mix, but to be a real contender, you got to build that out. And I also go back to this, George, playoff guys. Like McDaniels in the playoffs, man, is he nasty. Because of, like you said, he can drop 30, but he's also locking you up because the playoffs are played differently, George. And I know people are reminded of that every single year when you start to watch more basketball in late April and May. It's officiated different. It slows down. Half-court offense matters. And in the regular season, George, it just isn't it doesn't rear its head like that, right? Like a guy like Rui, I look at, George, he is so good in the playoffs. And he has shown us time and time again how valuable he is, way more than in the regular season. Robert Horry was that type of guy, right?
100%.
He can raise his level and his body type. He's big. He's strong. He can get to his spots. He can hit threes at a 44% clip. He's over 50% from mid-range. Like, that guy is valuable. So what number are you going to give him? Because he's a valuable type that you need next to a Luka Doncic. That's what the Lakers are those are the decisions they have to make, George, because that guy right there is a playoff type of player.
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. And when you look at the way that they're structured, you mentioned Rui. I saw an article yesterday where, he was making about 18 this year.
Yeah, he had a 3-year
and
deal.
it would only cost about 20 is what I was reading. At 20, I would sign him in a heartbeat. If you told me right now that was the number, I'd take that in 2 seconds.
You take that. Yeah, I would too, because you can't. Can you put a price on what he can? I mean, the guy has the greatest three-point shooting percentage in the playoffs over a number of games, right? Like
in NBA history.
And we've also seen it in the past from him in the playoffs. Now, there are times where he, was out there with the starting unit and he would get lost in the beginning of the season, but they really hadn't found their rhythm yet. And all those are, I think you always say this, 2 things can be true, right, George? That is a fact also. So that can frustrate fans. It can frustrate me. It frustrates James, Robert. It frustrates the Lakers. But when push comes to shove and you are in a playoff series, that guy's ready to go. And I can't teach you that. You either have that in you or you don't. And his game translates to the playoffs.
You know who doesn't seem to?
Who?
Austin Reeves.
I don't know about that. That's a little. I don't. I don't know
Well,
if I
you know
agree
what?
with that.
Let's save that. Let's save that for the 8 o'clock
Ooh,
hour because
I
we got to do Bergie's 3 things. The Dodgers, I mean, were unbelievable this weekend. So we got to get into the Dodgers here a little bit on the other side. But first, Chris, are you knocking on the hardwood?
Geeter, I kind of want you to. We should have planned this better so we could knock on the hardwood together. But I'll do it. That's the morning wood from our friends at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring.
God, I love morning wood.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a clean drop right there too.
That was good. That was good.
That was very clean.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it is springtime here in SoCal. So sun's out, guns out. I get it. But are you still on those same old floors? Well, come on, man. You got to make a power move with Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Steven and Carlos, those crazy Hernandez brothers, they love the blue review that comes on right before us with Bergie and Marcus Grant. They're going to be into this Bergie 3 Things segment coming up in just a second. But you know what else they've got? Millions of in-stock options for your flooring, whether it's the hardwood, the laminate, the waterproof vinyl, the carpet, even the turf for the outdoor like I got. All ready to go. No waiting on spring sales, okay? It's very simple. Just true wholesale pricing every single darn day. Yep, you heard that right. Every single day. They've got you covered. Family owned, 3 generations deep, winning on price, selection, and service. Get this, extra savings for first responders, military, and veterans. Plus, for everybody, there's price match, guys. Yeah. You heard that right. So this spring, upgrade your whole vibe. Hit the showroom right off the 5 freeway next to the Commerce Casino. Or check them out on the web at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. That's HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks, because no spring sale beats wholesale.
Thank you, Sedano. We talk Dodgers in 3 minutes from right now.
The personalities you know.
The teams you love.
First down throw, right side screen. Puka with blockers. The 10, the 5. Now they're cooking with gas. Touchdown Puka Nacua. Touchdown LA. From down 21.
The teams you love.
The station you spend time with every day.
LA's mega sports station.
ESPN LA 710 and the all-new ESPN LA app.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
I'm going to Morongo to win a new pontoon boat. I wonder if they'll let me back the trailer up and test it in the Oasis pool. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're giving away a Manitou Cruise pontoon boat. Be here May 31st, 10 p.m. to win.
Number 2.
Rewards members get a free nautical keychain Memorial Day while supplies last.
And the number 1 reason.
Happy hour at Mosen. Half-price drinks Monday through Thursday, 2 to 5 p.m. Friday, noon to 5 p.m.
Morongo. Good times.
7:44 in the morning. Come hang out with the Mason and Ireland Show featuring Beto Duran and Marcus Grant Thursday, May 28th from noon to 3 at Chino City Hall for the Oral Hershiser Chevrolet Grand Opening Celebration, the Bulldog. Join Dodgers legend Oral Hershiser, special guest, community leaders, and more for an exciting afternoon celebrating Chino's newest dealership. All thanks to Hershiser Chevrolet. Love the Bulldog, don't I? You know I do. The Sedano Kap Morning Show. We're back in 90 seconds.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time. Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Head to Waba Grill for $5 happy hour, weekdays after 3 p.m. and try our new Chili Crisp dumplings, paired with a premium or beverage drink, like our delicious Thai tea, both for only $5. Only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Hey, Mace, I think I got something here. Hey, it's Chris Morales. When it comes to cancer, early detection saves lives. Our friends at Providence remind you that many cancers start with no symptoms, but catching them early can lead to more treatment options and better outcomes. Providence brings together the best minds in cancer care, keeping you in the game with trusted, compassionate support. Take control of your health. Learn more at providence.org/cancer. Providence.org/cancer. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and 0 calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol.
The NFL schedule dropped, and it's time to settle up. There's road trips to plan, hotels to book, tickets to split, tailgates to cover, scores to settle, all the things for the season. But now, when you send $10 or more to a friend with PayPal by May 28th, you could win 2 tickets to every home game of your favorite team. Yep, the whole season. Visit paypal.com/P2P sweeps. No purchase necessary. See website for details, including how to enter by mail. Brought to you by PayPal, official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
7:47. Good morning. On a Monday, the May 18th edition with Geeter here. And happy 74th birthday to the legend, George Strait. Now, are you a country music guy, Geeter?
Growing up, I would have absolutely told you no, and I never will be. But now that I have, grown up a little bit, I'm okay with it. Went to Zach Bryan concert.
You got boots?
I don't have boots.
Oh,
that's going too far for me.
No, I'm going to take you to the boot barn one day.
I don't have the hat either, but I'm down with country. It's good. I used to not like it when I was a kid.
Nothing like putting on country.
No. But I'm okay with it now. Yeah.
Putting a lipper in,
Morgan
putting
Wallen,
a little skull in. Yeah. I don't do that anymore.
I don't know a lot about it, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it's still not for me. I got to be honest. My wife loves it, has always loved it. Not for me.
George, adamant about no country.
Yeah, just not for me. Like, we just,
You don't like the slow,
fine.
like having a beer on the lake, listening to some country music? It's actually not
listen,
bad.
I get it. You lost your dog. You need to find him in your pickup truck.
Yeah.
You know, like, I get it.
Yeah.
You gotta
heard it once,
understand.
you heard it twice.
You know, he's
you
a
heard it 3,000 times.
He's the Cuban Lightning. You know what I mean? Miami. I don't know
more
if
like
Miami.
Michael Thompson. Give me some EDM music. You know that there's a study. I forget which university did it. There's a study that if you listen to electronic music at 120 to 130 beats per minute, you will actually live longer. It'll help your brain waves live longer.
There's also a study that if you watch the Blue Review each weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. with Gregory Arthur Bergman and Marcus Grant, that you'll live longer. That's why I'm going to live longer, because I watch the Blue Review. It is time for Bergie's 3 Things, as we do every day at this time. And take it away, Gregory Arthur Bergman.
I also think it just makes you happier, Sedano.
What, the Blue Review?
The
Listening
Blue
to the Blue
Review.
Review?
Yeah,
every
it makes
morning?
you a happier person first thing in the morning, drinking coffee.
I don't think there's any question. I mean, listen, especially
it.
after a 31-3 weekend. I don't think there's any doubt. I was watching that 15-2 game. Now, did they not give Shohei an inside the park home run?
No.
They called it a triple with an error, right?
Yeah, triple with an error. And so because the right fielder, Joe Adell, he threw the ball away, and so he's able to go from third to home. But that's
What a bummer.
It's a Little League home run. We'll call it a Little League home run.
It would have been 2 inside the park home runs within, like, what, a few games of each other? Wasn't there another
Right,
one?
because Jung-Hoo Lee hit one right against them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit on Teo on that
Shouts
one.
out.
That was a little weird. That was no good. But the 31-3 that you're talking about, George, what was interesting about it was very, very little slug. There was not a lot of home runs. There was only a couple doubles. It was a lot of by walking, singles, and just moving guys around the bases. Like even Jose Soriano in that 15-2 game, he gave up 6 runs on one hit. One hit because he gave up 6 walks, and then there's a couple other things that came around. Alex Call got a single a little bit later on. But that's this whole time, that 31-3, very, very little slug. And so that's actually makes me feel better about what's going on, because they're not living and dying by the home run. And so when that slug does come, watch out. It's going to get a little better. But when they go to San Diego today for the 3-game series, that's not a park where you're going to start hitting home runs all of a sudden.
No, for sure. And look, I want to get to the San Diego part of this, because I think the way they set up their rotation is interesting. But and there is some, I guess not so great news on the injury front that we'll get to in a second. But tell me about Roki Sasaki. You have been Mr. Patience when it comes to Roki Sasaki. Tell me about Roki Sasaki.
So Roki, this was the best outing by Roki Sasaki by far. He was all around the zone. He was throwing his splitter for strikes. He was throwing his forkball, which is basically basically the same pitch as a splitter, just 10 miles an hour slower. It's in the 80s versus the 90s for the splitter. But he's throwing them for strikes. And when he's doing that, the problem with what he was having before was that when he was throwing the fastball, he was getting smacked around when it was in the zone, and then his splitter was dropping out of the zone, and people were just laying off it. Now that he's landing the splitter in the zone and this forkball, they now have to pay attention to it and have to be more aggressive when it comes to the fastball. So he's using his pitch mix in such a way that it makes it so is keeping hitters off balance, and they now see like, oh, he's throwing it inside the zone. I can't just lay off of this. I have to swing, and they're swinging and missing, and his miss rate was through the roof yesterday.
Bergie,
Time out real quick.
Yep.
Go ahead, Geeter.
No, I was going to say, Bergie, what was huge for him, and Roberts talked about this after, he didn't have any of those bad walks that he always has.
0 walks.
And he always has a couple of those, like, go deep in the count and then ends up getting a hit. He was in command the whole time and never had those situations, and that's rare for him. It was awesome.
No, yeah, that was the best that we've ever seen. But he has gotten better and better. So over his last 4 starts, his walk rate has gone down a ton. It's either two walks, 1 walk, and then now 0 in this last one. He's not giving up as many hits. He's also when he is getting hit, it's with the home run. But I'm okay with that, because that means you're inside the zone, that you're attacking and you're not just laying off trying to nibble around the edges and try to get guys to swing off the plate. So this is better for him. Yes.
Real quick, when Berg, you were describing, batters laying off his splitter and forkball and things of that nature because he wasn't hitting in the zone, wasn't getting it in the zone rather, and his pitch mix and things of that nature. Geet, it always amazes me how baseball players, just the ability to, at the plate, react in less than a second to what's coming off the pitcher's hands, right?
Absolutely
and
insane.
being able to identify, oh, this is a fastball, or this is going to be something off speed, or this is going to be some sort of breaking pitch. And it's like the ability to do that and have your brain's synapses fire that quickly is always been fascinating to me.
Yeah, I mean, you got a guy that can throw 99 to 100 miles an hour, but then he's also got a changeup. And you have to see that so quickly, right? Because if you're timing that correctly, you're stepping as he's throwing. It's absolutely insane. And that's why, they always say with guys too, like, man, he's a great hitter, but he can't hit the breaking ball, right? Like the best guys are able to adapt. And the big thing with Ohtani, and Berg, you haven't talked about Ohtani yet, started hitting ball the opposite way that like we like to see. That's huge for him. And he mentioned after the game, like, he's seeing the strike zone much better. And it was just a matter of time for Ohtani.
I mean, yeah, and here's the thing. It's like, to your point, Geet, you may remember Pedro Serrano couldn't hit the breaking pitches. And then Joe Boo eventually made it work for him.
Up your butt, Joe Boo.
Yeah.
Well, they say hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do in sports because you have so little much time. But it was that this weekend series kind of just showed you. I understand it's the Angels, and they're one of the worst teams in baseball.
But you said it the other day. They lost all 6 to the Angels last year.
Exactly, and that's why I'm encouraged by what you're seeing because look, they're always going to be fine. I mean, they're still in first place. They're going to make the postseason. It's just the little things that you see throughout the season, and the worst part about it was everybody was not hitting. It was all up and down the lineup, and now guys are starting to hit. Kyle Tucker is starting to hit. His batting average is rising. He had 3 hits yesterday, and he still hasn't found the home run touch like we talked about last week. But he's getting doubles, he's getting on base, and he's just being more consistent. And same with Teoscar Hernandez. He's batting like 400 over the last week. So everybody's starting to come out of their funk that they were in.
It is so nice though if you need a get right game, George.
Yeah,
or a rain out. Just bring on the Angels. I mean, they're so good for the soul. They're so good for the soul. Everyone felt great all weekend. 31-3, like you mentioned. It's just everyone's hitting. Everyone's happy. You're smiling. Now you're on a 5-game win streak going into the biggest series, so far this season.
Yeah, it was. It always starts well for them at the beginning of the season. At least the last few years, right? Like they get up to like a decent start. And you think to yourself, oh, the Angels, maybe they can come around and make things happen. And I feel bad for Mike Trout. Like, I get it. It's his lot. He's chosen this path of wanting to stay with one team because he could have gone anywhere else at this point, I'm sure. But I do feel for him. It's like, man, this guy is arguably one of the greatest players we've ever seen, like literally near the top of the list. And we will see him play very few playoff games in his entire career. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, to me, that is the shocking part, guys. And before I got the Laker job, remember, before that network started, everyone was over at Fox Sports West, and I covered the Angels for a full year, and then the Laker network started, and I left. My main gig that summer was I was the host of Angels Live, pre and post, so I traveled with the team. And I was spending a lot of time with Gooby and Victor Rojas, who were the play-by-play, the analysts at that time, and Gooby's still there. But Trout was his rookie year. He got called up. And I'll never forget, like, I grew up playing baseball. I quit in 10th grade to focus on basketball and volleyball. But I knew baseball. But, like, I was watching Mike Trout at that year, and I remember going to those guys because they were lifers. And I said, I mean, how good is he? Like, I don't know if I've ever seen this. And they both said, they're like, Geeter, he's Mickey Mantle. I mean, he was that good and that impactful when he was young, and we've just never been able to see him in the big moments, and that is a bummer.
And that's what we're going to say about him, too, that he's going to be one of the greatest players ever and only play 3 games in the postseason.
It's wild. He's Mickey.
That's crazy.
Right. He's Mickey Mantle meets Ernie Banks, basically, is what he is. When you think about it, because you remember Ernie Banks did not play very much, if at all, in the postseason for the Cubs, one of the greatest players in their history. All right, listen, how about this? I know we want to talk Lakers because Lindsay brought up Austin Reeves. And, Bergie, we do have to talk about Blake Snell's situation. So let's do that on the other side. We'll start with Blake Snell, and then we'll get ourselves into the Austin Reeves conversation. Go ahead, Christopher.
Thank you, Sedano. 7:58 on a Monday. I once sat on Gooby's lap like 20 years ago, Geeter, as a wacky Gooby radio bit. Geeter, are you not paying attention?
I am.
What the heck, man? What are you looking down at your phone? This isn't Mason and Ireland. You're not allowed to do that. You pay attention to this room. Anyway, let me tell you this. Coverage and content of the 2026 NBA playoffs on ESPN LA, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino, Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today named Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Visit Pechanga.com for more information. We'll continue the Monday fun and frivolity in 3 minutes from right now.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Not sure what to do this week? You already know the answer is always Cosm. Here's your Cosm calendar for the week of May 18th. Exciting NHL and NBA action is at Cosm all week long. To reserve the best seats in the Dome, go to Cosm.com right now and check out the must-see matchup all week long. The Cosm Dome is a gigantic 87-foot wraparound LED display that drops you right in the middle of every check against the board and every slam dunk. It's time to get off the couch and get into Cosm. And while you're reserving tickets to all the big games, make it a fun family adventure. And reserve your tickets at Cosm.com for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. There's still great seats available in the Dome throughout the week. Relive the fun and magic of everyone's favorite wizard as Cosm celebrates the 25th anniversary of Harry Potter's release. Great food, outstanding drinks, the Cosm Hall, the Cosm Deck with an incredible 360 view of the area. Everything to make this week special and make memories is at Cosm. That's your Cosm calendar.
It's Beth Duran, and you know how much I love my Toyota. And right now, the deals are sizzling at Northridge and Wondries Toyota. Get a brand new 2026 Camry for just $389 a month for 36 months, $4,999 due at signing, or finance for just 4.99% APR for 60 months. What about a brand new Tacoma? I'm thinking of doing this. You can lease for just $279 a month for 36 months, $4,999 due at signing, or you can finance for just 2.99% APR for 48 months. In the 818, go see NorthridgeToyota.com. In the 626, WondriesToyota.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
Don't miss the latest episode of the Blue Review with me, Greg Bergman, and Marcus Grant, talking all things Dodger baseball. Be part of the ESPN LA Blue Crew, 6:30 a.m. on the ESPN LA YouTube channel.
Rams fans, D-Far here. The Rams are making history in 2026, heading to Melbourne, Australia to face the Niners. You can be there. I've teamed up with True Fan Travel to hook you up with the ultimate fan experience. Game tickets, hotels, exclusive events, even a chance to meet me, all in one package. This isn't just a trip, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Spots are limited. Don't wait. Visit TrueFanTravel.com right now and secure your spot. That's TrueFanTravel.com. See you there.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
In a world parched for excitement, one drink will emerge. Twisted Tea, the refreshing thrill ride of flavor. Recreating its classic role as the hard iced tea that goes down smooth. Twisted Tea doesn't just taste like real iced tea, it's made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol. Taste the adventure with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Hi, this is Sam Pines, partner at Good Karma Brands in ESPN LA. You're starting your day with Sedano and Kap. And Sedano, just to be clear, when we made those changes to the app, it wasn't to sabotage the show. I just knew you'd yell at Morales. And let's be honest, that's great radio. Also, serious question. If I get unsighted, can I join Phi Beta Kappa? Carry on, guys.
See what you have. Phi Beta Kappa. You part of Phi Beta Kappa, Geeter? Turn on your mic, man. Come on. This ain't
such
Tulsa.
a rookie, dude. Such a
Man.
rookie. Of course I'm in Phi Beta Kappa.
You better be.
Cappy.
Cappy will be back tomorrow, by the way. from his New Orleans trip.
Graduation?
Yeah. On this day in 2013, the number one hit, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis can't hold us. Exactly right. 8:03 at KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Sedano is live today. You talk about dedication to the show. He's in like a motel that's part of the terminal or something.
Not a motel.
He's in the terminal.
But it's a hotel in the terminal?
Yeah.
Correct.
That's what he said. He said he's living in the terminal right now.
Oh. They got
By the way, did you hear me grab my breakfast at any point during the show?
I saw you leave the camera, and then Carlos switched the frame. So I was guessing you were going to get something.
Right. It was. But did you hear me at all?
No.
Because I literally said to the guy, he like welcomed me, and I was like, shh, on the phone. And then I gave him a nice tip. I signed the thing, and I brought my breakfast over, and I've been eating my breakfast in the breaks.
What's going on in there,
Although
Geeter?
I won't have time to eat my breakfast in the breaks. I still have
I'm
to eat
having
my yogurt
audio
and berries.
problems.
You got audio problems in there? All right. Well, we'll send somebody in there.
I feel good now, though.
Oh, you're good now?
Yeah. You just got to get it just right.
But you're in Sedano class. Can't you eat breakfast on the plane?
I have a connecting flight. It's not easy to get to OKC.
I've never been there.
So 2 short flights, no breakfast.
How long's your travel day, George?
So the flight, it is 11:04, right? Boarding at 11:43, 12:23 flight to Atlanta at 2:19, then a 3:20 flight to OKC lands at 4:30. Granted, going back into the central time zone.
Are you going to follow the show from the plane or just not care?
No, I'll listen. Well, I'll have to wait till I actually get situated on the plane, and then I'll catch the end of the show. Yeah,
appreciate that.
So at 8:30,
Yeah,
it'll be Geeter solo with us.
Wow.
And then at 8:45, Jay Hare. Is that what they call him?
Yeah,
that's
Jay Hare.
That's what they call him? Jay Hare.
Jay Hare, Jerry Hairston Jr.
From Spectrum Sportsnet.
Did you think I was lying to you when I said it was?
No,
just for you to be. Able
I didn't know that it was like Jay Hare.
Jay Hare.
Jay Hare. That's him.
I love Jay Hare.
Fun guy, Jay Hare.
Now, usually that's a very small segment on this show, the 8:45 segments, because we run late. So we got to stay on time so that we get to Jay Hare.
And then we want to be off.
Now,
don't we have to be off at
Jay
9 because then you
Hare.
start the hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Jay Hare, by the way,
I'm a radio
huge
guy now.
basketball fan.
Oh, Jay Hare?
Look at you,
big
huge basketball fan.
Bulls fan growing up, Chicago kid, very into the GOAT debate, always. But also, he has become a big Laker fan, so he is nonstop coming into our studio and giving his opinion and talking about how he could be a great shooting guard. It goes on and on. But I love Jay Hare, man. He's a great dude. He's so funny.
On Twitter, he's all about Jordan. Everything is Jordan this,
my God,
Jordan that.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
We'll get into that with him for sure.
So, by the way, I'm going to Chicago midweek, and I was looking up. We made a reservation, Stephanie and I, for dinner Thursday night.
Where
and
are
we're
you
going. ESPN Chicago has a relationship with Chicago Cut, I believe.
Okay.
So we're going to go there. But
because the old school place like Gibson's,
right? Well, no,
Awesome
it is
martinis
Gibson's.
there.
So it's Gibson's with Chicago Cut or something.
Oh.
They rebranded.
Oh.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go though. We are going to go for a cocktail to the Michael Jordan Steakhouse, just so I'll have a Diet Coke, but somebody will have a cocktail, just so I could take a picture and send it to Sedano and Lindsay.
Just
be
so
like, "Where's the LeBron Steakhouse?" I missed that.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know. He built a school, not a steakhouse.
Guess
I
what?
think that's okay.
I prefer the steakhouse.
Steakhouse all day. By the way, Morales, never been during the winter Chicago, but great summer city.
I've only been
my
in
God,
summer.
One of the best in America.
I mean,
Yes.
if you haven't done it yet, do it. I promise you, it is so epic. But the winter, I don't think I could handle it. I'm pretty soft.
No, it's
SoCal
brutal.
guy.
Yeah.
I've never left, ever.
Yeah.
I don't plan on it.
It is brutal. I'm going there in July, Geet, to go take my to take Mateo to Wrigley. So
Wrigley's fun,
it'll
man.
be fun.
Wrigley's a lot of fun. Did that a couple summers ago. We used to do AVP events. The beach volleyball every summer is in Chicago, so August would always be there. So it was super fun.
By the way, I am very disappointed the AVP is no longer in Hermosa Beach. I just have to say that before we get back to the Lakers and Dodgers.
Yeah, it's a bummer. There's actually a Hermosa tournament, and I emceed it last year for the first time in, 13 years. I was back on the mic, and I'm going to do it again in September. It's the weekend after Labor Day. The city now puts it on, George, and it's
nice.
a bummer, but people raised money, and that's how they do this tournament now. And they win old school 32 teams. The AVP, it's hard to follow, man. They were just in Huntington Beach, and I'm still following it online and watching because I know still some of the players, and I'll always be connected with it. But it is a bummer because like Hermosa tournament, AVP was always one of the best.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I know.
Yeah, I used to love it. In July, you'd go, I'd plop on the sand there. I'd go in, I'd walk in and out, watch a bunch of volleyball. It'd be fantastic.
I mean, I was going to 22. We had 22 tournaments a year back when I was doing the AVP.
Right.
It was awesome.
Right. Yeah. All right. So, Bergie, real quick, an extended Oregon for you. Tell us about Blake Snell's issue. So he goes down there, he gets the one start, and then what the hell happened? He's back on the IL.
Yeah, he was supposed to start on Friday, and then all of a sudden it just came out. Nope, he is going on back on the IL. He has loose bodies in his elbow.
Oh, I hate when you have loose bodies.
Yeah, me too. So that's so this is the same thing that Edwin Diaz has, the same thing that Tarek Skubal has. And he's going to be going on under surgery tomorrow by Dr. Neil Elatraj. And it's this thing called a nano needle. Remember when we had Dr. Clapper on? He was telling you it's this needle that goes into your elbow, and it just releases all of the loose bodies. And you should be okay to pitch within a couple of weeks, but they give you a little bit more time than that. And that's why Tarek Skubal, it really depends on how severe it is. Tarek Skubal is already starting to throw, whereas Edwin Diaz is not. So really, it all changes. It should be it's a non-invasive surgery. Hopefully it won't last too long, but he will be probably out at least 2 months.
And Skubal's was just a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah. So he's already throwing again, so he's going to come back sooner than Diaz and probably Snell too, especially since Snell.
But aren't you okay with Snell taking his time?
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like with this Dodger team, and I don't know, it's because I say we, I say we like I was a part of it, but winning 2 World Series championships in a row, you don't panic like when you haven't won it, right? Like you just know the road, September, the Dodgers will be right in the mix, and October, no matter where they're seated, they're still going to have a chance to win, and that's when you want Snell to be ready to go. Obviously, you want him to be, in peak condition, but as long as he's back by September.
Yeah, I want him back by mid-August, July, beginning of August, right around that, so he has time to ramp up and be fully ready.
How many starts do you want him to have? 4, 5, or more than that going into the playoffs?
In the playoffs, I would
10?
prefer like 7 or 8. Yeah, so a little bit earlier on, because you can get 3 or 4 starts in September alone. So if you want to get 2 months worth of starts, so you're fully back to what you should be by the postseason, that's where I would hope for him to be. And also 2 months from mid-May, you're looking at mid-July.
Did you see the Blake Snell bobblehead, Geeter?
I did not yet.
It's as ugly as he is.
Oh, come on, man!
He's not a good-looking man.
He is not. He is not a good-looking man. That's
producer Emily
Lindsay
calls
claims
him beef stew.
Right, Lindsay claims that he has no chin. Right? Is that what
he
it is?
doesn't? It goes straight down. And
Lindsay, you're not seeing it at all. Like you don't think he's decent looking, or just?
I don't think he's like horribly ugly.
Okay,
he's just not like super attractive.
Yeah,
he's funny though. He does a live stream. Yeah, and he's really funny on his live stream.
Well, listen, if you're not going to be super attractive as Lindsay described him, then funny is good. You know what I mean? You need something, is what
started
I
to see his personality a little bit more last year too, at the end of the year and stuff. And he's.
Sure did. It also helps when you're a millionaire making lots and lots of money.
Well, that certainly helps, yes. And you're incredibly talented at one particular thing in his case.
Able to say whatever you want, too. Like, and just, who cares?
Yeah. And speaking of incredibly talented, Austin Reeves. Now,
Lindsay.
Go ahead, Lindsay. Lay your case to Geeter, because I am more, I got to be honest, Geet, I may even not be on Lindsay's side entirely, but if I had to lean in a direction, I am leaning slightly in her direction for a specific reason. But go ahead, Lindsay.
Well, you were talking about how the Lakers need playoff guys, and Rui has proved to be one of those guys. He hasn't been fabulous in the regular season, but he's been amazing in the playoffs. And then on the other hand, you got Austin Reeves, where you're going to have to spend a lot of money on him, like pretty much like most, like he's the number 2 guy, so he's going to get $40 million or whatever, and he's not a playoff guy. He hasn't been. So do you really, really want to spend, like, you have one chance to sign a guy who's going to be like playing alongside Luka to help them win a championship? Like, do you really want to like risk it on Austin Reeves?
Lindsay, are you willing to let him walk away for free?
Yeah.
See, I'm not. I'm not. And call me a fan in this regard, where I feel attached to Austin Reeves. I love Austin Reeves. And yeah, I mean, I feel like, sure, we've seen some struggles in the playoffs. Hate to make excuses because he didn't. I think last year was a tough series against Minnesota. He also had that bad foot that he did not talk about. And we just, as a team, weren't dialed in that series. This year, he was great against Minnesota in the regular season, including a game winner. I give him a lot of props for that. He got hurt. He came back. I love the fact that he did whatever he could to get back on the court and came back to help this team as soon as he could and risked, having a bad playoff, and maybe that hurts you money. He didn't care. He wants to win. He wants to be out there with his team. I give him a lot of props for that as well. Now, he came back in Houston, one good game, one bad game when it comes to offense, okay? When you look at OKC, and we'll see tonight, George, what they've been able to do to everyone they play in the playoffs. They've killed so many people. Kyrie averaged 15 against him. He was still able to get 25 in one game, 31 in another, and looked pretty darn good in 2 of those 4 games. So, listen, he's not he's not going to be that guy that's physically going to will you there. But Austin Reeves is a piece for sure, in my opinion, winning team. Do you remember when he first came onto the scene, that Golden State series and the Memphis series? George, he was solid in those series. So it's not like he's always been bad in the playoffs. So
what were you drinking there? That was a big gulp. We heard that. It was just water? That was like a high definition gulp.
What do you think I'm drinking at 11 in the morning?
Coffee. Oh, I didn't
juice today.
Yeah. I didn't know.
So here's what I would say, Geet. Austin Reeves is an incredible story. You can make the case right now that Austin Reeves is the single greatest undrafted player in NBA history, okay? You can make that case. I would listen to that argument right now. Yep. It's got to be him or Ben Wallace, basically, in my opinion. Maybe there's someone else I'm missing, but off the top of my head, they are on the short list in that conversation. What I would add, though, is this. He's shown incredible growth year over year. I think he's become what I would call a pillar of what you would want in a franchise and what you would want in a franchise that has championship aspirations. I just personally don't believe he is the number 2 guy. I don't think he's capable of being that.
Fair.
And I do think Lindsay's point is to some extent makes some sense. If you go back in his playoff games, I want to say nearly 30% of his playoff games, 33% in that range, a third basically, let's call it, of his playoff games, he has shot under 40%. Granted, I get it. It's the playoffs. It doesn't always have to look pretty. It's not going to look like the regular season. I fully understand that. But I think when you have that many games where it's that ugly potentially, I think that becomes a challenge. I do think the recency bias plays a role in this regard. If I were the Lakers, I would go to Austin and their agent and express to them the gratitude that you have for him, how you love that you've developed him, how he's become year over year more important to this franchise and will continue to be important. However, if he does want to win, and that is what all reports say, that winning is at the top of his list, right? If you want to win, we're all going to need to make a level of sacrifice here in some way, shape, or form. And we need you to not be at this max number because it will hamper our ability to put the best team around you and Luka and possibly LeBron moving forward. So to me, if I look at Austin Reeves, I know that I think the number at a full max would start roughly around $42 or $43 million and then go up incrementally from there, potentially up into the $50 million range over several years. I would prefer that contract start somewhere in the low 30s.
I would prefer that as well, for the record.
And go from there. Yeah.
And Lindsay as well. I would prefer that as well. I just think he is someone that you want to keep on this team because, and I agree with you. I'm not saying he's a number 2 that can lead you all the way to the championship, but I do believe he is a piece, and I was going to say at the right number. Because right now he's outplayed his number. It's a joke. He makes, what, $14 million? I mean, you see what guys make in this league at 25, 30 million. I think that's a lot of money, and I think he has earned that money. You get into that 40 range and you get into that max, I think that's a different conversation.
But what if that's what he wants, though? Like, agents and players, they don't care about how they fit with the team necessarily. Like, more times than not, they care more about the money, right?
Okay, now that's a great point, Lindsay, and you're right. More times than not, that is the case. You've been around this man. Yeah. Like, I feel like he is about winning. At least that's what I gather from my 30,000-foot view where I parachute in a few times a year.
Remember, everyone thought he was going to get a lot more from a San Antonio when he signed this first contract with the Lakers. So I'm going to bet on the side of Austin Reeves that he does want to win and he does want to be here, and he will take less money. But if he wants the max, then you can go get it somewhere else, Lindsay, and more power to him. I mean, who am I to say, hey, you can't go do that? But,
right. So like, what do you do then if he's just like, no, man, like I want the max, and you're just like, see you later.
Well, I think you say to him and his agent, okay, the only teams that can offer you the max are Chicago and Brooklyn for sure. Maybe Utah can finagle a way to do that. Do you want to be in those scenarios? Like, those teams are not anywhere near close to winning.
Yeah, you can go be the guy there, but are you even going to be in the playoffs?
Well, it doesn't matter because he's not good in playoffs anyway.
You gotta think about it. Like, remember?
Good Lord.
It's true.
Think about Trevor Ariza. Think about Trevor Ariza back in the day when the Lakers offered him a contract. It was like 3 years, something like $40 million or whatever it happened to be. I don't remember the exact number. And he waited and decided to go somewhere else. And they brought in Ron Artest, and Ron Artest for the exact same amount of money and they won a championship right away. So the same thing could happen to Austin as well. If you want a certain amount, similar.
Yes, it is a similar scenario. What I would say is Austin is a much bigger piece of the puzzle than Trevor was at that time. And while Trevor was incredibly important, don't get me wrong, a role player, okay? Austin is not that. And I do think it will be harder potentially to replace Austin unless you're going to go into the trade market, which is not as easy because then, look, man, trades are hard, okay? Especially now, especially with these aprons and you're going to need, it's very hard to do a one-for-one trade, like one team to another these days because of the financial situation with these teams. It's just really difficult. And once you start including a third team, man, I mean, it becomes even more difficult. It's insane how tough it is to make a trade right now.
So Mike Trudell on Lakers Stock, which he did last week, and he was very, very good at.
Yes.
And he's doing it tomorrow night, right?
Yes, tomorrow night.
Yes, 6 p.m.
Yep. What he was talking about was basically running it back and bringing all the guys back that you have, essentially trying to get Marcus Smart on a good deal and get everybody, but all as tradable contracts so that you can try and trade after December 15th. Is that even a possibility? You're just talking about how trading is difficult. So is waiting, do you trust the fact that they could possibly just wait until December 15th and trade guys away?
Well, I think that that's a smart strategy. I don't disagree with Trudeau at all because when you sign guys, to Geeter's point earlier.
Can't let them walk for free.
Right. And with Austin Reeves, he's an incredible value at this number, which is why if you tried to trade him now, you'd probably get a lot of draft capital, but because his number's so low, you couldn't get like actual players. But that's not what the Lakers are in the business of at the moment. They're in the business of player acquisition because of the players they have on this roster. So what I think, if you're the Lakers, is yes, you want to sign guys to contracts that can be tradable. You don't want to overpay guys because you want those pieces to be able to fit in somewhere else easily, where a team will say, Marcus Smart, let's just use this number, for example. He was making 5 this year. Let's say now he's making 12. People would say, yeah, Marcus Smart at 12, I'd take that. Like another team would take that off your hands if indeed you did need to package him for a player or players that you felt would fit better. So yes, it is a needle you have to thread that not only do you have to convince the guy to re-sign at the number you want, but you have to re-sign him at a number that you do think in this day and age, hey, if I need to get off him, can this be palatable for another team?
And George, aren't you excited to see kind of this Lakers? And I know Rob is still a part of this and a big part of it, but now you have other people involved as well, how they operate. They've been talking, Rob's been talking about the summer of 2026 for a while. I want to see what this group, I'm excited to see what this group can do because historically, very good contracts. So can you get guys like an Austin Reeves? That is what I'm more intrigued to see. And now they have, 3 first-round picks that they can move this summer? Yeah, that's a huge difference from 1, which they previously had. And I think that's why they waited so long. It was because they knew this would be 3. Now you have more capital to move if you want to go for a bigger fish.
Right. Yeah, or multiple fish.
Yeah.
In a scenario like this, because I do think we need depth around here if you're the Lakers.
I mean, what makes the Dodgers so good, they are so genius at, and baseball's different, but the contracts that they have and getting guys that fit their system analytically, all of that.
8:23, Sedano, before you leave us, can we talk about Jacob Emrani?
Of course we can, because you know how a quick Target run or grocery stop can turn into a real mess real fast. One slick floor jack, a broken step, bad lighting in a parking lot, and now your back, your knee, your shoulders wrecked because you might have slipped, you might have fallen, and all of a sudden the ground went
BAM!
Yeah, that's what happened. And then you're like, ow! That stuff is not just bad luck, okay? Property owners are supposed to keep places safe. And if they didn't, call Jacob. That's who you call at
800-345-6789.
Jacob and Ronnie and his team know how to handle slip and fall, accidents, and liability cases, and they know what it takes to fight back when an insurance company tries to brush you off. That way, when you're saying, ow, you can just call Jacob, okay? Anytime you say, ow, call Jacob at 800-345-6789, or go to calljacob.com for a free consultation and no obligation case review, and no fee unless we win, bro. That's 800-345-6789, or calljacob.com. Call Jacob, a proud sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers.
All right, Sedano, travel safe. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
May the force be with you, Geet.
Exactly.
Bye, George.
That's right, Geeter. Now we really throw you into the fire. For the next 90 minutes, it's just you and the crew. How's that going to feel?
Carry me like a backpack. Can't wait.
We're going to see if you
this
do
crew
the
is strong.
Listen, we'll see if you do the Buffalo Bill in the 9 o'clock hour. Jay Hare from Spectrum Sportsnet. In about 20 minutes, we'll continue to talk Lakers Dodgers, a Monday edition of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
The personalities you know.
In fairness, they did draft his son. They did trade for Anthony Davis. They did get Russell Westbrook when he really wanted Russell Westbrook. They have not taken LeBron for granted. Do you think they have? I don't.
The personalities you know, the teams you love, the station you spend time with every day. LA's mega sports station. ESPN LA 710 and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Memorial Day weekend checklist. Sunscreen, check. Snacks, check. Road trip playlist, check. Now, when's the last time you checked your oil? Before you hit the road, head to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a fast 15-minute stay-in-your-car oil change, and no appointment is ever needed. Plus, they'll check your fluids, battery, wipers, and more, so you can worry less about your car and focus more on the weekend ahead. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a special offer and your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Quick, easy, and road trip approved.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center, May 23rd and 24th. Biggest show ever!
Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards.
Plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books.
CSA, CGC, and JSA will be there.
So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade,
or get them graded. 770 tables.
Thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it! Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, May 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5.
For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com.
That's frontrowcardshow.com.
Hey, Laker fans, when the energy rises, it's time to keep moving forward with a career-focused degree at National University. Take your best shot with NU's Believe and Succeed scholarship and score up to $6,000 annually towards a bachelor's or master's degree. Flexible 4- and 8-week online courses, online options, and support like free tutoring and virtual mental health counseling. NU is built for busy lives. Apply by July 31st at nu.edu. Terms and conditions apply.
827. Children's Hospital Los Angeles' biggest event of the year is back. Walk and Play LA brings the community together for a fun-filled day supporting kids who need life-saving care. Enjoy a scenic 3K walk plus music, games, and activities for all ages. Join us Saturday, June 6th at the Santa Monica Pier. I'm going to be out there. Sign up at ESPNLA.com. Join Team ESPNLA. Help the kids, man. Use code PLAY, P-L-A-Y, to save $10. Visit ESPNLA.com to learn more. Geeter, McGee, the morning show crew. We're back in 90 seconds from right now.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
The NFL schedule dropped, and it is time to settle up, people. There's road trips to plan, hotels to book, tickets to split, tailgates to cover, scores to settle. All the things for the season. But now, when you send $10 or more to a friend with PayPal by May 28th, you could win 2 tickets to every home game of your favorite team. Yep, the whole season. Visit paypal.com/P2P sweeps. No purchase necessary. See website for details, including how to enter by mail. Brought to you by PayPal, official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:29, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Geeter McGee from Spectrum Sportsnet's with us. Sedano's back on a plane. And yesterday, May 17th, he turned 56 years old. Now, Geeter, you know him from New Kids on the Block, but you know he had a solo song. Jordan Knight.
Jordan Knight?
Yeah, remember Jordan Knight from NKOTB?
How old?
He's 56. But like in the 2000s, or maybe it was the late 90s, he did this. Give it to you. Let me give it to you, Jack.
I don't remember this one.
Oh, yeah.
Was it like TRL or something?
Definitely a TRL hit.
Yeah.
Is this like the early 2000s?
Maybe late 90s, because I feel like I was in high school.
Late 90s. I was
like 2000. That's my guess.
I was raging pretty hard.
Hold on. I'll look.
Were you? You were raging hard?
Yeah, just late 90s are kind of a blur.
Good for you.
Yeah.
By the way, Alfredo Munoz in the YouTube chat at ESPN Los Angeles on YouTube said earlier, ask Geeter McGee about the time big game James Worthy ate his couscous from the Lakers broadcast refrigerator. Is that real?
First of all, why did you have couscous in the refrigerator?
First of all, you know, I was on a health kick, but I don't remember the couscous. But what I do remember, I think maybe the story he's thinking is I went to Whole Foods, okay, and I got a green drink. I got all kinds of stuff. Cost me like $50-something because we were doing exit interviews for the Lakers. Okay. And the day before, we did it for hours. No food. We were all cranky, starving. So the next morning, I prepped. I went to Whole Foods. I got everything. I put it in the fridge.
You got couscous?
Couscous, everything.
All right.
But you know what happened? Fridge cleaning day.
Oh, that's the worst. Yeah.
It wasn't James then.
No.
I don't understand.
But did you blame him? Like,
no.
Where's this person getting this information?
They threw out my food. I went outer body, Richter, lost my mind. My boss, AJ, who you know, we were face to face, ready to throw hands, screaming at each other.
Thrown out food?
Because I was going to yell at the person who, like, I was going nuts.
How do you know AJ didn't eat your couscous?
But here's what happened. Maybe he did. But here's what happened. We went at it. I went and took a walk because thought I was going to.
You got this upset over the couscous?
I don't know what happened.
All right.
It was a lot of things. It was a lot of things.
All right.
But you know what happened that day? We started getting food. Stephanie, our great assistant, saw the whole thing go down, got a little nervy, started ordering food, and from that down, we got food. So I
now
feel
you
like
have
the
food.
fridge. But here's the deal. Still 12 years later, people that worked there will send me, whenever there's a fridge cleaning, they'll still send me fridge cleaning.
Hey, just so you know.
Emails. Yeah, so the story has lived on.
Now, a lot of us have our own fridges in our offices here at ESPN, so we don't have to deal with that. But I understand. I don't understand getting so upset.
I mean, well,
like there's understood rules about the fridge cleaning.
You're like Ross from Friends. My sandwich.
My point was this. It's fresh stuff.
Right.
Take it out.
Well, how does
for 2 seconds?
But the person whose job it is to clean the fridge doesn't know it's fresh.
And by the way, let us know. Like, I didn't know it was fridge cleaning day.
Well, no, usually that's posted on the fridge.
No, it was not.
Yeah, we have a schedule on ours that says this is fridge cleaning day, so make sure anything that's in there.
It was a new network at the time. We had these little issues that we needed to clean up. Now you know when fridge cleaning day is. I did not know. Listen, we were starving the day before.
Has that ever happened to
labor.
to Robert Horry or Derek Fisher?
No. Now, James has, just taken something out of the fridge that happened to mine. He'd eaten it before. I don't remember if it was couscous. I'd have to be reminded of that.
Now, Derek Fisher takes a lot of naps before the show, right?
D-Fish?
Yeah.
No,
because he sounds sometimes like he's a little sleepy.
Listen, D-Fish, my guy, what he does during the show, he's dialed in. He's watching that game, and he's watching his Crespi basketball, my alma mater. He's a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's breaking both down.
I didn't know. He sounds a little sleepy sometimes.
No.
I got a question for you. So, just so the audience will know too, but why Geeter? I understand, obviously. Why do you think is it? Geeter?
So, you want this story?
Yes, I do. I'm asking.
That's why he asked. And I think
McGee, I get it's off of McGee.
If there are Laker fans, will probably, or at least guys my age, will enjoy this story. I was a kid at Crespi High School in the '80s. I was in class. Guy a year ahead of me named Johnny Gates. We're talking, you're small private school, everybody, boys. He's like, Geeter, start calling me McGeeter. Next thing you know, it's starting to hit. People are calling me Geeter. By my senior year, that's what everyone called me. I go to college, Geeter. I just thought McGeeter. I never thought of the story. I didn't know. Fast forward 12 years, 13 years. I'm doing radio with Paul Sunderland. And it's it's more than this, 2004, before the Pistons-Lakers finals. And I'm doing ESPN radio, actually, doing a pregame show. Yeah.
Oh, really?
But we were like at
Los Angeles.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Paul and I are on, and he asked me the same, and Paul's known me from volleyball. He goes, tell me the Geeter story. So I tell him, Johnny Gates made it up, really didn't have much of a story. He just basically heckles me on air. He's like, you need a better story. I'm like, well, dude, I don't have one. Fast forward.
All right.
Fast forward to 2012.
Okay.
I am on the set of Lakers. We're now 20-plus years removed from Johnny Gates calling me Geeter. I'm sitting between Byron Scott and James Worthy. We're in a commercial break, and they're talking about Geeter. And I'm like, Geeter? They're like, Mike McGee, our teammate, the original Geeter. And I think to myself, did Johnny Gates know that in the 80s? Fast forward another 10 years.
All right.
A lot of fast forwarding.
Now we're 2022.
Listen,
I
I'm
still
ready
don't know
for
the story.
it.
We're
I'm ready
2022.
Yeah.
I go to lunch with the president of Crespi High School. He says, you know who's moving back into town?
Geeter?
His
Johnny
son.
Gates.
Oh.
Johnny Gates.
Oh.
His son is going to Crespi next year. I go, oh, my God, I haven't talked to him in forever. I gave him the whole story on Geeter. He goes, well, I'm seeing him tomorrow at the welcome picnic. They FaceTime me. Johnny Gates. Haven't seen him in years. I say, Johnny, did you know Mike McGee? He goes, Geeter. Yes. My dad was a Michigan alum, and I was a ball boy back then at the Forum. Of course I knew they called him Geeter. That's why I called you Geeter. So the whole James Worthy story, me finding out that that's what they called Mike McGee, and then 10 years later, Johnny Gates confirming that that's why. So that's where my name comes from, Mike McGee.
I like that.
They called it
Now, how did you feel today about Sedano going Geet?
Yeah.
So
like a
Geet-
nickname of a nickname.
No, yeah, Geet is now kind of been more than Geet. A lot of people call me Geet.
I don't like
Derek
it.
Fisher, you're talking about, calls me Geets.
Now, does that
Geets.
before or after
Yeah.
he drinks coffee?
After.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing now.
I'll get Geet
Yeah,
from I'll get Geet or Geets sometimes, but it's still Geeter's probably number one, but Geet is used a lot more.
Geet.
Shockingly. Yeah, Geet. What's up, Geet?
Do they go shorter? Do they go Gee?
No, never been Gee. I've been Goof.
Now wait
never been Gee.
till Cappy starts calling you just G.
Yeah. G. Yeah, when people
G is
don't
fine.
know
I think
your
G is
name,
fine.
they'll
G
say
is more acceptable
G.
than
Jordan Clarkson, who I loved, I don't think he knew Geeter. He would be like, what's up, G? Like, he knew it was a G. Yeah, Jeter.
Couldn't remember.
Oh,
that
I've been
there was a
Jeter.
McGee.
I got yelled at by a priest at Crespi High School, religion teacher my senior year, and he's like, Jeter? And I'm like, Derek Jeter? It was a weird thing, but...
Isn't there a McGee? Like, do you want to be McGee? Is that one of the guys that did, like, a TV show or something? Went to school with John Ireland? McGee. Isn't he a famous director or something? No.
No.
Never
Does he
mind.
direct those certain movies that Ireland likes to watch?
He's
Those ones filmed in Chatsworth?
Listen, nowadays, Johnny
Yeah,
I will
he
take
did
any
Johnny's
filming.
Aim. He did-
Any
Right.
filming, he'll take.
Anything.
8:37 on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Today, we had Sedano earlier. Now he's on a plane. Scott Kaplan, Cappy, was in New Orleans for his daughter's graduation. He will return tomorrow. But Geeter here, you're riding solo until 10 a.m. 9 o'clock, the Rich Eisen Show terrestrially will continue on the YouTube channel. And your coworker, Jay Hare from Spectrum Sportsnet. Now, do we know why that just somebody came up with Jay Hare?
Yeah, I mean, Jerry,
Yeah,
Harrison,
I got
Jay, Hare. But we'll got to ask him. Like, maybe it was A-Rod. Maybe it was Jeter when he played with the Yankees. Maybe it was when he was in high
Jay
school.
Hare.
Maybe his dad. His dad played. Maybe they called him Jay Hare. He comes from a long lineage of baseball.
He does.
Yeah.
The Harrison. He has a brother that was in the league too. Yeah.
So
Jay Hare.
Sean?
Convinced he could play big-time basketball as a two-guard, too. I'm not seeing it.
I mean, he's an athlete.
He is an athlete. He's an athlete. Great golfer, too, Jay Hare.
Jay Hare's a great golfer.
You know, a lot of golfers, John Hartung, who does my job at the Dodgers, great golfer.
He's a good-looking man, too, by the way.
Yeah, John's got great teeth.
Yeah,
I
he
always tell him.
does.
Great hair, great teeth.
Are those real teeth, or are those like a Freddie Freeman special?
I think they're real. He's got great hair, good-looking guy, more Emmys than me. I always tell him because we.
How
sit
many
really
Emmys
close
do
to
you
each
have?
other. 2. I'm probably 2 and 14.
All right.
A lot of losses. I got a few nominations back in my Fox Sports days, but beach volleyball never won anything.
Right.
And then we've lost a lot with the Lakers. I've lost a lot of them. We lost to the Channel 5 pregame show when they didn't even have one, and they used our footage. Yes.
Wow.
That's That's when I stopped caring about the Emmys, Bergie.
That kind of sounds like you're a little upset about
yeah,
that stuff.
I'm pissed. It bothers me still.
Wow. All right.
Sorry for getting heated.
8:39 on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Yeah, I don't want you to get mad when they cleaned out the fridge on you. All right, Geeter's here. Jay Hare is coming up in just a few moments right here. But first, let me tell you about our friends at Life Source Water Systems. So here's the thing. You hear Ireland and I talking about this. That horrible city water in the city of Los Angeles. It's slimy. It's got that chlorine taste. Who wants that?
Nobody.
When you come out of the shower like Johnny I and you're wagging it around, you want to feel fresh.
You're doing the Buffalo Bill?
Johnny
The Hishi?
All right, we might have gone a step too far on that one, but that's okay.
I'm learning. Where's the line?
That was the line. That's okay, though. It's okay. Well, you don't want that dirty water anymore. That's why you got to call our friends at LifeSource. 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. Get factory direct pricing and free installation for a limited time. It's real simple. It's so small in your house, you won't even know it's there, and it'll take care of all your water. LifeSource has been around since 1984. Been trusted by over 250,000 homes with more than 4,000 five-star reviews. Upgrade your water and your daily life with a LifeSource whole house water system. I did it, and I ain't never going back. I'm not going to be a city water sleazeball no more.
Esquivoso.
Exactly right, Pepe. Don't be a city water sleazeball. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. 800-WATER-99, LifeSourceWater.com, and they're going to take care of you.
Esquivoso.
Jay Hare from Spectrum Sportsnet going to join us with Geeter next on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We're back in 3 minutes from right now.
ESPN LA may sound one way on AM.
But you know where it sounds best?
You guessed it, crystal clear digital audio.
Crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA wherever you get your apps.
And you can always watch LA's mega sports station live or on demand on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey guys, if you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that could last for weeks. Getting sick right before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and a pharmacy can be really stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Packs to treat wide ranges of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick, at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. You just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook, or you call the telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your bed sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. Save $45 with our promo code 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710. Promo code is 710 at urgentcarekit.com/710.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. When it comes to cancer, early detection saves lives. Our friends at Providence remind you that many cancers start with no symptoms, but catching them early can lead to more treatment options and better outcomes. Providence brings together the best minds in cancer care, keeping you in the game with trusted, compassionate support. Take control of your health. Learn more at providence.org/cancer. Providence.org/cancer. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
Esquivoso.
Rams fans, D-Far here. The Rams are making history in 2026, heading to Melbourne, Australia to face the Niners. You can be there. I've teamed up with True Fan Travel to hook you up with the ultimate fan experience. Game tickets, hotels, exclusive events, even a chance to meet me all in one package. This isn't just a trip, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Spots are limited. Don't wait. Visit TrueFanTravel.com right now and secure your spot. That's TrueFanTravel.com. See you there.
The NFL schedule dropped, and it's time to settle up. There's road trips to plan, hotels to book, tickets to split, tailgates to cover, and scores to settle. All the things for the season. But now, when you send $10 or more to a friend with PayPal by May 28th, you can win 2 tickets to every home game of your favorite team. Yep, the entire season. Visit PayPal.com/P2P sweeps. No purchase is necessary. See websites for details, including how to enter by mail. Brought to you by PayPal, official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Los Angeles is offering up to 25% off windows and doors and 0% financing for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends May 31st, 2026.
It's time for the Wild Fork Foods Yacht Rock Song of the Morning.
It's time for the Wild Fork Foods Yacht Rock Song of the Morning on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Wild Fork, your neighborhood meat and seafood market.
Now, he's put on his captain's hat.
I am the captain. This is the captain's table. The captain sits at the captain's table.
Captain Condiment has the Yacht Rock all queued up.
Now, Geeter, are you a Yacht Rock guy? Mike, baby, Mike.
Love a little Yacht Rock.
Oh, me too. This is the Climax Blues Band. Thanks to our friends at Wild Fork Foods. If you follow Sua Cravens on social media, you'll see all the great meat he prepared over the weekend. He got it straight from Wild Fork Foods.
Wild Fork's a good place.
It's an amazing place.
Yeah, they got everything for you, too.
Oh, yeah. If you want some elk, if you want some salmon, you might be able to get shark there, too. I don't know, though. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's illegal, but yeah, maybe.
8:45 on a Monday. Geeter's here.
Are you a boat guy, Browse? You like going out on a boat, little
I
music?
did like a boat period of my life for a few years. It just is a lot of work to get the boat out there. And then you get it back, and you're already hammered, and now I got to clean up the boat.
That's why you got to have friends that own them.
Right. That's the key.
That's the key.
Like John Ireland's always like, hey, come up and get on the boat. First of all, I'm not getting on a boat with John Ireland. He'll stick a sword in my back, and I'll go flying over. Meanwhile, I wonder if Jay Hare from Spectrum Sports...
Do you think he's like Dexter?
Oh, yeah, probably. Does Jay Hare know the story about you getting mad about the fridge getting cleaned out?
No, Jay Hare was not there yet.
Oh.
It was the year before Jay Hare joined.
He's on the line now.
Is he here with us? 16 seasons in the MLB? 2009 World Series champion out of New York? Also a Dodger, ended his career with the Dodgers. How many Emmys does this guy have? Jerry Hairston Jr. Jay Hare, what's up?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Jay Hare, how many Emmys do you have?
Well, Geeter, I mean, I don't like to talk about that.
Yeah, you do.
Stuff. I'm just, I am always happy that we're nominated as Sports Center LA with the Dodgers. So we do get the awards. It's everybody's award. So I'll just say this: we're approaching MJ and Tom Brady. I'll just say that.
Wow, you got that many. And by the way, I know we're the same network, but when you win, you win. I don't. So it is a little different.
Oh.
Like, those are your titles, not mine.
See, we're brothers, right? Lakers, Dodgers, we're always there together.
I do.
Rooting for each other. You, Big Game, Robert Ory, Steve Fish, and from the Dodgers side, John Hartong does a great job.
I love Johnny.
We got Nomar Garcia-Parra, Oral Hershiser. I mean, just a great group.
Yeah, you guys are the best, and I love you. I watch you every day. I see you every day. You're my faves. Coming off of this Angels series, was that more the Dodgers getting hot, winning 2 against the Giants, carrying that over, or are the Angels just great medicine for each team?
Well, first, the Angels were put up behind the 8 ball. I think when their owner said that, the winning, the fans don't really care about the winning. It's like 7th or 8th on the list. I think he said something like that. And that was right before the start of the season. And anytime a team hears that, a fan base hears that, I mean, that's pretty frustrating. But I think, and I'm going to lean toward just the Dodgers getting hot. Just looking at the swings, especially Shohei Ohtani, he's starting to stay square, meaning he's not flying open anymore. Starting to stay on balls. Kyle Tucker as well looked really good swinging the bat. House Hernandez. A couple of days before against the Giants, they started to come around, and they really took off against the Angels. So I think offensively, they're really starting to come together. The pitching has always been there. The starting pitching has been outstanding all season long. Wroblewski has been a pleasant surprise, even though he came on last year out of that bullpen. He has been a great starter for us. Roki was dominant. That's the best I've seen Roki as a starter. Pitch, he was dominant yesterday, had everything working. But if we get that pitching to go along with that hitting together, we're going to win a lot of series. And the series coming up tonight in San Diego should be a lot of fun.
Hey, Jerry, it's Greg Bergman. You saw this 31-3 that they had where they just went nuts. It wasn't by the slug. It was a lot of walking. It was a lot of singles. I mean, there were some home runs, but over the last 7 days, they only have 9 home runs. So is that something that you think they're actively trying to just get on base and not swing for the fences, or what is it? What do you attribute all that to?
Greg, that's a great point. And they even said it, a few days back when they were scuffling. They said maybe we need to take a step back and not search for slugs. Let's just have good at-bats, make sure we put our ace swing on it and not try to lift the ball. And ever since then, I think it was Mookie Betts who said that, they've been having great at-bats and approaches to their at-bats. The home run's going to be there, because we have so many guys with power. But if you focus on scoring runs in a variety of ways, that's when you put yourself in positions to win World Series. I love the fact that they've been drawing their walks. They wasn't chasing. They were faced Soriano the other night, who's you could make a case heading into that start was the best starter in the American League. And he was dominant the first 5 innings. That 6th inning, he started to get a little bit erratic with his control. The Dodgers did not chase. I think they walked 3 times in that inning off of Soriano. He hit a batter as well. I think it was Will Smith. Their approach was spot on. And then they exploded for 15 runs. That's what you want to see from this Dodger offense. When they're passing the baton, not chasing out of the zone, swinging at their pitch, they can put up a lot of runs. So they can score in a variety of ways. A home run is great, but I love when they're passing the baton, going the other way, hitting with 2 strikes, hitting with runners in scoring position. That's when their offense is elite.
Jay Hare, I love the long season that is baseball, but during the long season, as a fan, I can fade out. Sometimes I can miss a week or 2, get dialed back in. But when I see a series like the Padres, and I know it's only May, to me, that's fun. That's good for baseball. It's such a great rivalry. I expect it to be a little chippy. There might be some bench clearing moments. Who knows? How important is this series? I know it doesn't mean anything in October, but how fun is it as a player to have these kind of series early on in the season to kind of get those juices going a little bit?
You're not the only one. There's a lot of people that feel that way. Listen, 162 games, we get it. It's a grind. It's a marathon. The reason why we say it's a marathon because it's so long, you can, if you're watching a marathon, you can go get a cup of coffee, cook something, and be ready to go by mile 7, and then come back in mile 12, and then finish the race. So some fans are like that. We understand it's a grind. We get it. But you're right. When you have series like this is when you check in. If you haven't been paying attention, you check in with a Padre team that really haven't swung the bat all too well, but they're still winning ball games. Their pitching staff is great, led by their bullpen. Mason Miller, who is the best closer in all of baseball right now. He's been absolute stud. The Dodgers, I believe they're a game and a half up, or maybe it's a half game up on the Padres right now, heading into today. Either way, it is an important series because you never know what's going to happen come late September. So these games do matter, especially for the tiebreaker, home field advantage. You've got to make sure you lock in this type of series and be ready to find a way to win the series. It's not going to be easy. Heading down to San Diego, their fan base is crazy about the Padres, but Dodgers love that energy in that ballpark, so it should be a fun series to watch.
Jay Hare, do you think there could be some residual effects from, Dodgers hitting Tatis last year, Ohtani, and some of that spilling over? Do you think that they might, throw one in on Ohtani, or things would get a little weird?
I don't think so, but anytime you're having this type of series, let's say if it gets out of hand and maybe there's some chirping, it could happen. the last thing I would have thought they would have ever done is hit Ohtani. But they did that last year.
Yeah.
So in these type of series, when obviously the Dodgers are the defending back-to-back champs, and let's say they go out there and kind of do to the Padres what they just did to the Angels, fans are going to get a little upset, and maybe the Padre players feel they got to defend their turf a little bit. But listen, I don't think it's going to happen, but I love the energy from both sides. I could do it without the hitting of the hitters, but I love the passion from both sides, and it just makes for great, entertaining baseball.
All right, Geeter, I know you played for both teams, but Geeter, I cannot call this a rivalry. This is not a rivalry. The rivalry is with the Giants. They are just a team that they play every once in a while. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I understand that.
Just my opinion. But Geeter, so Andy Paz has been phenomenal this year. He was hot early on. He's starting to heat up again. His defense he's saved runs with his defense. He's been phenomenal out there. He didn't make the All-Star team last year. How do you think he makes it this year?
I think he does. We ran a stat on SportsCenter LA yesterday that he's the second best rated defensive center fielder in all of baseball in defensive runs saved, only behind PCA with the Cubs. That's elite. His defense has gotten better and better each and every year. And last year, he really took a step forward with his defense. We saw it in the World Series. Dave Roberts inserted him late in the game in Game 7 because of his defense. And he made that series-saving catch with Kike Hernandez. We're running into Kike Hernandez. And he's gotten better this year. Offensively, he's taken 2 steps forward as well. He's not chasing as much. He's driving in runs. He's hitting the long ball, just having great at-bats. He is, in my opinion, the top 4 all-around center fielders in all of baseball. He better make the All-Star team this year. Last year he should have made it, but definitely he makes it this year. He's just been an elite all-around player. And I'm telling you guys, this guy works as hard, if not harder, than anybody in the locker room. That's saying something because there's a lot of guys in that clubhouse that work extremely hard and don't take anything for granted. Andy Paz at the top of the list.
All right, Jay Hare, we appreciate you, brother. I know we didn't get to talk fantasy football, but I love you, or the Lakers. Maybe next time we get you on, but, man, you're amazing. Good luck in that Padres series, and we'll be watching you on Sportsnet LA. Jay Hare.
You better tell them about my wakeboarding, brother. When we went up to Lake Tahoe. I was hanging with you guys, brother. You, Luke, RJ.
Legit.
I was hanging with you guys.
You're an athlete.
Talk about my wakeboard.
Yeah, Bergie said it. You're an athlete, man. Love you, Jay Hare.
You guys take care. Love you too, Geek.
A lot of love. I like that.
He's best.
Why when we talk, you don't say love you?
I love you, man.
All right.
I'm not afraid to do it.
I'm not afraid either.
Yeah.
Coming up, the YouTube Hour. Let's see how Geeter does unleashed with Bergie, producer Lindsay Baseball, Carlos Saisu, myself. The Rich Eisen Show starts terrestrially. We switch to YouTube and the app on a Monday.
I'm going to Morongo to win a new pontoon boat. I wonder if they'll let me back the trailer up and test it in the Oasis pool. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're giving away a Manitou Cruise pontoon boat. Be here May 31st, 10 p.m. to win.
Number 2.
Rewards members get a free nautical keychain Memorial Day while supplies last.
And the number 1 reason.
Happy hour at Mosen. Half-price drinks Monday through Thursday, 2 to 5 p.m. Friday, noon to 5 p.m.
Morongo. Good times.
This is John Ireland. Here in LA, we got tired of wondering what was in our tap water. So we installed a Life Source whole house water system. One system, better tasting water from every tap. No harsh chlorine taste, no salt, no hassle. Life Source is an essential home appliance. Call the Life Source Water California factory at 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. For limited time, factory direct pricing and free installation. Life Source Water. Taste and feel the difference.
Warranty limitations apply.
Mike, in sports dynasties, they don't happen by luck. They happen with culture, coaching, and execution.
That's exactly how we run Rotolo Chevrolet, with all of those ingredients.
So how much of this is why you've been number 1 14 years in a row?
When you put all those ingredients together and your processes stay in place, you're going to get great results.
And if you come to the store, you're going to find out why you're number 1.
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
From the showroom to the service bay, everyone is at the top of their game. Rotolo Chevrolet, built like a champion, driven to win. Visit RotoloChevy.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
All right, guys, real talk. Are you a crust lover or one of those crust leavers? Because I got to tell you, Pizza Hut's new crispy parm pan pizza is next level. It's the original pan crust you already love, but now they've baked Parmesan cheese right onto the edge. I'm talking crispy, golden, cheesy crunch with that soft, fluffy inside. Grab a medium one-topping crispy parm pan for just $11.99 or go large for $3 more. Order now at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese, toppings, and recipes.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center, May 23rd and 24th. Biggest show ever! Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. PSA, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. 770 tables. Thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it! Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, May 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
The home of the Lakers. And now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon. KSPN Los Angeles. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
Back to Sasser. They dump it into Duran. Duran blocked from behind by Mobley, and he gets it back. Mobley gets it back from Duran. They kick it to the corner. Strus wide open for three. Strus! The Strus is loose. He buries the three.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
That'll do it. The Cleveland Cavaliers are moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. They'll take on the New York Knicks. A final score for the Cavs. They win 125-94 in Detroit.
The result is surprising, but the way it happened is even more surprising.
Geeter McGee joins us now.
The movies of just 1989 alone to me are movies that I'll never forget. 1989, also Silence of the Lambs. Hello, Clarice.
With the lotion in the basket.
Yes, yes. Do you want some Chianti with your fava beans?
Oh. Now, Geeter, have you ever done the Buffalo Bill and tucked it?
I have. Quack, man.
Listen, you guys got to remember, dude, guys, that's when you're 18, 19 years old. So that means you do that? You did it for fun. You did it. We did. I'm sorry.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
How do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger. On 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app. And on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Give me a freaking break.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
What a catch by the tight end!
Dungus! Right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo? I've danced with the devil.
It is smooth, baby. Yeah.
Free mahi mahi, free mahi mahi.
Everything needs to be Dodger-related addressed to Bergie.
There we go, Geeter. 9:02 on a Monday. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on Monday, the 18th of May, 2026. Now, Cappy is en route back from New Orleans to Los Angeles, and Sedano's on a plane headed to somewhere. Where's he going? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. And Chris Geeter McGee is here, along with Gregory Arthur Bergman in studio. Now, Geeter, you have not experienced a YouTube hour. where for the most part we're going to go commercial free. No, not by yourself is what I'm saying.
I was going to say,
You've been with
mom
us.
and dad? Are Cappy and are they mom and dad is gone and we're raging? Is it like
Cappy's mom and
like when my mom and dad would pull out?
Well, when they pull out, that's a whole other thing.
When they would pull out down the driveway to leave for the night.
There you go.
Man, you're a nasty guy. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm learning more and
You know
more
what
about
I'm learning
you.
though? When I'm here, everything I say on Fridays when I join you guys, that can be used again. You cut it up, you slice it up, you take it out of context.
Bergie does that. I don't do any of it.
Oh, no, it's completely me. Everything.
But my brother and I would clear out
Don't
the
pay
living
attention
room
to the man behind the curtain.
and we would just brawl, football, tackle each other. He's 5 years older, but as soon as the parents would leave, so I feel like those guys are gone.
Right. Yeah, the whole Buffalo Bill thing, that's more acceptable in this hour than it was in the last hour.
Yeah,
That's fine, though.
I did. There was a line, I think.
Listen, it's just a
You're
little bit of
learning.
line. It's
Yeah.
just a little bit of a line.
Can't believe I'm getting fired before I even started, huh? That's pretty
Top athletes.
HR.
Yeah, we don't have that. Top athletes, big moments, one night. The OC Sports Awards, hosted by Travis Rogers. June 18th at Angel Stadium. Celebrate greatness and be part of one of Orange County's premier sports nights. Get your tickets now at the OCSportsAwards.org. Do you know Travis much?
Rogers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, T-Raj.
Yeah, you guys go back?
Funny, I used to listen to T-Raj back in the day when he was producing Rome, and I
Yeah.
was a younger man.
Right.
And then when T-Raj started doing radio, I was doing the Lakers, I would come on as a guest.
On KLAA?
Yeah.
No, look at that.
Yeah.
So, you guys have
So
known
we
each
go
other
way
a long
back.
time.
Yeah. He never has me on, though, here.
I know Mason and Ireland have.
But I love I think Travis is a great dude.
No, yeah. He's
loves
a
his
great
golf, loves his baseball.
guy. Loves his Dodgers.
Gaucho.
Yep.
Right? Wasn't he a
Yep,
Gaucho?
Yep. He went to Santa Barbara. Has been doing that for a while. But, hey, so we were talking before with Jerry Hairston, talking about the rivalry between the Padres and the Dodgers. And I can't call it a rivalry. I just can't do it because they're not the Giants. They haven't won anything. I can't see a rivalry with a team that hasn't done anything.
I love
Is that fair?
I respect it, and I love that you have that. I'm going to call it a rivalry.
Like at the moment?
At the moment. Situationally, those rivalries count, like the Sacramento Kings. They are not a rival, but they were for 3 years, 2000, 2001, 2002, right?
So it's a
Padres-
situational rivalry.
And I think also because
That means stop for a second. We got an update. Do you see Sedano's text?
No.
He says no Sedano and Cap tile. And so it's good that Sedano's texting and not Sam Pines about this.
What? Oh God, I'm going to get it. I went, my alarm
I'm just
went
telling
off.
you. I'm just telling you.
Thank
I don't
you.
want Sam upset.
Thank you
No,
for.
if Sam Pines is upset, we got a problem.
Yeah, that's it. The Sedano and Cap tile should be there now. You are welcome to see it now. Oh, I would have gotten that text real fast, by the way. Back to regularly scheduled programming. It's all available. The Sedano and Cap tile is available.
Okay. Back to the Padres?
Yep, back to the Padres.
I have a lot of San Diego roots, okay? Parents lived down there before they passed away for 30 years. My brother went to San Diego State and never came home. Got a lot of friends, a lot of people, a lot of Padre fans. I love the heckling back and forth. I see them as a rival now. Maybe that's because personally I want to beat them. And I love saying to them, like, oh, my God, you have such a cute little team. I love your small market team. They get pissed. They can't beat us no matter what, even up 2-1. Doesn't matter. So, yeah, though it's a fun rivalry. But, yeah, you're right. They're not the Giants. They never will be. But right now in this moment, it's a rivalry, and I'm excited for this series. I think it matters.
Yeah, so
not for October, but it matters right now in our lives.
I'll give you a current rivalry. I don't think this is one that's going to last because as soon as the Padres can't spend any more money and all these guys go away, they're not coming back. It's going to just disappear.
And
it's
that'll
going
be fun.
And exactly. So they're going to be nobody. Whereas the Giants, they can go up and down, up and down. They're going to typically be the team that you're going to be going against. Same with the Clippers. Like the Clippers are a team that right now, and they have been for a sustained amount of time, they have been a team that has been close to a rivalry, not a rivalry. Never played in the playoffs, never won a title. It's not the same as playing against. I would rather talk about Golden State about being a rivalry. The same with Boston, that kind of thing. More so because they've actually won things and they have played in the postseason and had ups and downs. The Clippers have never played us.
Okay.
We played the Padres. We lost to them. I get it. But at the same time, we've also beat them as well.
I agree. Like, Boston will always be the number one rival. But for me, the Clippers, like Mike Trudell and I will text like little kids when they lose. And when they get knocked out every single year, and that happens.
We laugh.
We laugh and we celebrate. I love having that over them. Clipper fans hate me. And I actually enjoy that. Like, I sports hate them. I think they literally hate me because I go on air. I talk a lot of smack about them. I don't like them. On our TV shows, I heckle them. It's part of, like, growing up in this town. They were not relevant growing up here. I knew 2 Clipper fans, Bergie, growing up. I know a lot of people in Southern California. Jumpin' Joe Sciutto and Mr. Slick, Tom Cunningham. We're the only Clipper fans.
Mr. Slick, Tom Cunningham.
He owned an oil and lube place in Culver City called Mr. Slick's. Only 2 guys I knew in my life. Now I start doing the Laker job. Clippers get Chris Paul, the whole trade. They got relevant. That hate grew stronger. I used to never think about them. They weren't a rival at all, but they got relevant. And I try to tell Clipper fans, me caring about you and me not liking you means you're relevant now. You should enjoy that. You want to be hated in sports. If you're hated in sports, you've accomplished something. Now, they haven't accomplished anything, but they're still hated because it's Clippers. Like people that don't understand Clipper fans and Laker fans, like Laker fans not liking the Clippers, I'll never get that. Why should we root for the Clippers? Mets fans aren't root for the Yankees.
No.
White Sox and Cubs. Why should we ever root for the Clippers? They hate the Lakers. All they do is obsessively think about Lakers.
Yeah, just like the Padres. Yeah, just like the Padres.
Padres.
All they care about is how they do it. And for us, that's where I think the difference lies for me is that it's just a little like, oh, hey, get out of my face. You're just an annoying little gnat.
Yes.
Like you haven't. When you start doing something, then we can start talking about it. And with the Clippers specifically, like they've gotten close, and we just laugh at them because they just continually fail over and over again. So I just can't take anything they do seriously.
Real rivalries are when you're beating each other in the playoffs,
right?
And you're meeting in meaningful games.
So Padres are closer in that way,
and Padres are closer in that way. But I always say like little brother. That I know that analogy comes up a lot, but I was a little brother. And by the way, like got my ass kicked all the time and everything. But when I was in 10th grade and I was playing a lot of hoops and I made varsity hoops at Crespi High School and my brother went to San Diego State, was done playing hoops for a long time. He was rowing crew. He came back. It was the first time I ever beat him in one-on-one. I beat him at Birmingham High School. We walked down the street, went to Birmingham. I beat him 15-2. I told that story at the wedding. He literally doesn't remember it. You know who does?
Not.
Me. He doesn't care.
Right.
He beat me his whole life in his eyes. But I know when I beat him, and we never played again. 15-2. Crushed him.
The fact is that you remember what the exact score.
I told the story at the wedding.
Right.
On his wedding day.
Sounds like just like my brother. We're the same way.
Same way.
So he beat me no matter what, just because he's the older brother. He would always beat me over and over. And then I started playing. I started playing football and playing basketball. So I started getting bigger, and he would still beat me in basketball, and it was really, really frustrating because I was the little brother that just couldn't get past him over and over. But he would beat me up in every. Did your brother beat you up too? Like he would give me. He'd give me dead arms and dead leg and dead legs.
You ever get the noogies? Like I would get pinned. And get the chest.
Typewriter.
Yeah.
Where they go and slap you across the face.
Right now, like have PTSD. Like I'd like to drive to San Diego and throw hands for real with him.
Right.
Like, I feel
Are you bigger than him? You're a tall guy.
Yeah.
Are you
I am now.
Oh, so now you can can kind of take him out now.
He was a decent fighter though growing up. So like he was.
The older brother usually is, but
he was in a different crowd. But he was.
Rivalry aside,
he's my guy.
This is still going to be a fun series no matter what, because it is something you're talking about it with Jay here. We're saying it's just fun. It's something to watch in May. And you're kind of like, okay, this is it's actually has some meaning behind it. I don't think it's going to matter for what's going to happen, except for like, when tiebreakers and things like that.
Yeah.
But
no one cares about October right now. But Berg, like, listen, in football, it's way less games. You play once a week. There's a fantasy component. You care so much about your team because any loss could knock you out of the playoffs. We as Dodger fans are not concerned.
No.
We know we're making the playoffs. We feel that confident because we do it time and time again, right? But this series in May gets my juices going. And as a former athlete and competitor, I need that in my life. I thrive off it. It's what I want. So I care about these 3 games. I don't care about 3 games against
the Angels or the Giants, the Rockies. I don't care about the Rockies.
The Astros you care about now.
No, absolutely.
Right?
Oh,
Yankees,
of course.
Red Sox.
No,
you care about that.
That's a rivalry now. Like the Astros,
to our soul.
Yes. Because it stole something from us. It stole a piece of my heart.
Bergie, I think it's good for the guys, for teams to have these series throughout the year because you can get into a mode. And that's why in NBA, the NBA is boring until the playoffs. By the way, they have a good point. Like the playoff basketball is insane.
It's so
guys
different.
It's officiated differently. But in the NBA, you do have those games that matter and you see a different level. And those are important because when you get locked in for the playoffs, you have to have had that runway. And it's the same thing in baseball. You have to have these series that you care about.
No, yeah. And even for us. So, like, I'm going to go home tonight and I'm going to watch this. Like, I watch every single Dodger game. I have to do the Blue Review. We do Bergie's Oregon with my 3 things. But this one, I actually do sit down and go, okay, I have to watch every single pitch, every single at-bat. every single play, just so I'm like, I know this is going to be something that we're going to talk about and talk about it heavily.
Yeah, and by the way, you're leading the charge.
Yeah.
So you got to be dialed in. Do you have Padre friends?
Padre friends. Oh, well, Alan Sliwa, our old friend Alan Sliwa, who's
Slee.
He's down in San Diego
a couple weeks ago, but I couldn't. Slee is awesome, and Slee.
Hey, Mace, I think I got something
for you.
We have some back and forth about the Padres, and he when he would come on our show on Spectrum, I'd love to say like, oh my God, your cute team's doing so well.
Now you know Mason and Ireland's bit about Sliwa, right?
Talk to me.
That was their bet. Yeah.
Can we change that for somebody else now that doesn't drink coffee in the morning?
No. I mean, that guy's got championships.
Oh, it's fair.
Yeah,
fair.
You know what I mean?
Do you guys think that the Dodgers and the Padres are going to, like, pick it up right where they left off?
Oh, I think so. Look, if you want to get it towards more of a rivalry, yes, they are going to, because both teams absolutely hate each other. I hate Manny Machado. I hate Fernando Tatis. I don't like that team. I do kind of like Mason Miller.
I love Machado hitting 182 right now.
I love
Mason Miller's nasty.
Yeah, he is, and I love the fact that Fernando Tatis has 0 home runs. He has 0 home runs.
They're not hitting. And by the way, they hit yesterday, right? They won big yesterday.
Yeah, they beat the Marlins.
I think
they swept the Marlins.
Sheets was hitting 244. Machado 182. Like these numbers,
they're doing it all with
233. Yeah. So
do you guys think that any of this Tatis slump, well, even though it's a season-long slump, like, isn't it kind of weird that ever since he's been caught with PEDs?
Isn't that funny, Linz?
And now all of a sudden he can't hit. Like, has anyone pointed that out down in San Diego?
To be fair, that happened a little bit. It was a while ago. It's been over a year, so he was still kind of hitting before, but not really.
Yeah,
he's not a home run hitter anymore, which is weird.
It takes some time to get out of your system, right?
Linz, I loved your question about like the residual effects. Like, are they going to pick up right where they left off? That's why I asked Jay Hare that. Like, I mean. You would not be surprised if during this series they throw out Ohtani. At least I wouldn't be. I mean,
that's the wrong guy to
I know,
throw
but
at.
I'm just saying, like, they're going to do something. What did we hit Tatis? Twice last year?
Yeah, I hit him a few times. I think we hit Machado a couple times, too. But, like, when you hit Ohtani, it's different. I get he's the best player, but he's the nicest guy in the world.
I know, you're right.
And when you hit him, he's just like, oh, no, everything is okay. I got it. It's all right. Don't
Listen,
worry.
they better
He hits
not.
a foul ball, and he looks over and goes, hey, is everybody okay? Are you all right? Like, he's just that guy. So why hit him?
And by the way, he's a big dude.
He is a big dude.
Like, do you want? I mean, have you stood next to? Do you want to mess with Ohtani? And by the way, he's throwing on Wednesday night. Are you sure you want that smoke?
So yeah, you want 100 mile per hour fastball.
So maybe they throw it like a Pajes, right?
See, that would make sense, or like a Dalton Rushing.
Dalton Rushing.
See, Dalton Rushing
just throw Dalton Rushing.
If you want the villain to get in there, you at least throw it Rushing and let that happen, because that would be. See, now the Giants already hate Dalton Rushing. Let's have the Padres hate Dalton Rushing as well, and just make sure everybody hates.
Yeah, you're right.
You need one villain on your team. I think Pajes could be one of those guys. You mentioned him, so. He could be somebody too, right?
Yeah, they could go after somebody. You're right. You don't go after Ohtani. You just don't.
It's just the wrong. I understand that he's the best player, and usually you want to hit their best player. Manny Machado's a jerk. Manny Machado, it's like he's annoying. History. Yes, and there's history. Like Machado had the whole thing where he was talking to the fan, and he was telling him like, "Oh, I'll bet my year's salary that we win a World Series before you." Bet he didn't pay up on that, which of course, why would he?
Why would he?
Yeah. Also, him running up the field, up the first base line as a Dodger, blowing a bubble, or saying I'm not Johnny Hustle. He gave the Dodgers and Dodger fans every reason in the world to hate this guy, and he's just living up to it. It's a good thing for him.
Listen,
he's still really good.
People will heckle LA all the time, right? And they'll heckle SoCal fans, but they don't know, right? When you're winning here and there's expectations, fans are amazing in Los Angeles. Go to games, right? But sure, there are times that you have a losing season where they can kind of drift and go do other things. But if you come here and there are expectations and you don't care about those expectations and you don't care about winning, they're not going to like you on the way out. But if you come and you produce and you do it on the big stage, but you also give everything you have to the organization and the fans, then they'll love you forever. They'll love you forever.
Yeah.
That's just fact. But it's not. Robert Horry talks about it all the time. And Derek Fisher and Big Game. It's not for everybody.
What kind of coffee you guys have over there at Spectrum Sportsnet? What kind of coffee? You got like a coffee machine or like pods?
We got both.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got the machine, and then
which one does Derek Fisher prefer when he drinks coffee?
Fisher's just got a lot of life.
This is going to be all week.
He doesn't need it.
So he doesn't.
No, he's got 5 rings.
Is the Lakers Sportsnet and Dodgers Sportsnet right next to each other, like connected, same building?
Right across the hall. Their studio, our studio.
Right.
So you can walk right in. But in the cubicles, Nomar is literally 5 feet away from me, 6 feet away from me. Hartung's behind me, 3 cubicles. Like, they're all right there. Dontrell. Now, listen.
You guys should switch every once in a while. Like, you do the Dodgers, he does the Lakers, just like once or twice,
John has done the Lakers a couple times.
Okay.
Johnny Hardtongue has done the Lakers a couple times. He loves the Lakers. John's a huge Laker fan, too, and knows his stuff. So, John's
obviously know your Dodgers.
I love the Dodgers.
Tell
John.
I
was a Dodger reporter for a long time at Fox Sports West.
Were you?
Oh, yeah. I was on the field doing all that.
Oh, very nice. So you were kind of like Alana Rizzo.
You're a Vin guy.
Yeah.
Alana was a lot better than I was.
Alana was amazing at it, yeah.
But when I was a reporter at Fox Sports West, the whole thing, like when Vin would do a game, Vin would sign off. And then the post-game show, he wouldn't say coming up Dodger post-game show. Vin would just sign off. Dude, walk-off hit. By the way, Garrett Anderson of all people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, RIP.
Rest in peace.
He and I are waiting. And Vin throws off, and it comes right to me. And I had to do it one time, and the whole truck heckled me. I'm like, thanks, Vin. And I went right into it. He didn't say, like, let's go down to Chris McGee, but I had to say thanks, Vin, and put it on my reel, like Vin was throwing to me.
So that's your Vin moment. Have you ever heard my Vin moment on Mason and Ireland?
By the way, I have a great Vin moment, but you go with yours first. Way better than the one I just told you.
So, obviously, he's a huge broadcaster in the city. I've loved him from the beginning of ever since I've been born. That's why he made me a Dodger fan, the way he explained the game, all of that. Mason and Ireland had him on. We booked him, and we were recording an interview with him. And so I went to go pick up the phone when it was all over, and they were talking to it. It was about to end. They were about to say goodbye, and I picked up the phone, and it knocked him off the air. And so I hung up on Vin Scully.
You hung up on Vin Scully?
I hung up on Vin Scully on Mason and Ireland, and that was
Morales loves it too.
Well, I mean, I don't love it for the kid.
I know,
but it's a good.
I hated it.
But it's a funny moment.
It's a funny moment that you'll bring up for life.
No, Mason and Ireland bring it up for like. No, remember the time you? You
the funny thing is, I've never brought it up to him because I don't.
You know it burns.
Oh, it's just we all have those.
It's like when
I was just trying to do my job, Geeter,
with the refrigerator stuff. Like it's not
your best moment.
Yeah.
No, but that was I was trying to do my job. Pick up the phone, say, "Hey, thanks a lot, Finn. That was amazing. It was great to talk to you." Click, all gone.
Click.
Just gone in the middle, right at the end of the interview.
I had a moment with Vin in 1996 or 97. Can't remember the year. My buddy from high school went to LMU. Was my two guard at Crespi. He married Vin's daughter, and the wedding was at Vin's house, and it was late, like past kind of reception and all that stuff. But I was still there.
And you stay as long as you can.
Stay as long as you can. And I was in the hallway in this room that's got all of Vin's paraphernalia. He had bats signed by Dodger teams from the 60s. He had pictures with every president. It was wild. And then it had the whole inning, the whole at-bat from Kirk Gibson in 89.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was like a picture of Kirk hitting, and then it had what he said at that at-bat. I'm looking, and all of a sudden, I hear this. Hi, Chris, and it's Vin. And first of all, I'm like, how does he knew your name? I have no idea. I'm like, did someone give him like a bullet point? Like, hey, there's Chris. He just knew my name. It was crazy. I didn't do TV yet or anything like that. And he had met me that night, but he remembered. And we talked for like 20 minutes, and he was kind of showing me different things. And it was like, as a kid growing up, Dodgers, listening on the radio, watching TV, like Vin was everything. Right. And of
course,
to have that moment with him was actually pretty cool.
So did you get to ask him about like all the stuff in the room, or you just kind of had regular conversation?
Yeah, I was trying to take it as long as I could. It was probably 15 to 20 minutes. Felt like an hour because it felt like,
you're
really
just savoring every second of that.
Second, and just the bat signed by, and you're looking at the Koufax picture and things like that. Don Drysdale, all those, Bill Russell, Davey Lopes. Like, it was just stuff of like growing up in the 80s. That was my infield, right? You had Davey Lopes, you had Ron Say at third,
right?
Russell, yeah, Steve Yeager behind the dish,
right?
And it was just truly incredible. Garvey, so it was just awesome to have that moment with him. And I did go up to him years later when I was covering the Dodgers. I finally got up at the press box. I'm like, I gotta say something, and I went and like told him, hey, I was I'm friends with Matt Luter, and we were I was at your house at the wedding.
His son-in-law.
He was like, oh, great, yeah. So.
Oh, very cool. So
we had a cool moment. It didn't last long, but
that's an amazing moment. I'm sure you had moments with Chick too. Do you have any? No Chick moments?
I never met Chick.
No,
because
he was still alive when you started.
You know what? I started my first time doing Lakers was 2006 sideline for Fox. So I never got Chick.
Oh,
I know, and Chick
awful.
To me is
Did you ever meet
Bob
him?
Miller. No, I never even met him.
Oh man,
but
that stinks.
The stories that those guys tell. I mean, Chick had like major roles with the Lakers. Like he was like assistant GM. Like Chick made personnel changes. Chick that's what I think we're spoiled with here in LA. I mean, you had Vin for all those years. Chick, Bob Miller. Like we've had the goats of the game.
Yeah,
and it attaches you to a team. and it symbolizes a city. It really does.
No,
Not to get sentimental. That's the truth. That's how we feel about our broadcasters.
I've met Bob Miller. Bob Miller has come into the studio.
So nice, by the way.
Nicest guy in the world. I walked over from his statue when he had his statue unveiling and brought him up over here. And he just talks to you like he's like he knows everybody, like he knows you. Just a really personal guy. But I never got to meet Chick. I would have loved to have met him, but
Chick, I mean, and just the fast talk, like the way he did simulcast.
When he puts up the fist to tell somebody to stop talking.
It's pretty amazing. And then the heckling, like also like Stu has probably some great stories of
Oh, I'm sure Stu has a ton of stories.
Yeah.
I mean,
Stu is what
lived with him.
kind of ties us to Chick still.
Yeah.
I mean, he has the stories and that, John and Billy are always, giving little Chickisms as well. And that's the thing. We were so spoiled. I mean, Vin to me though is like, man, that's LA.
Yeah, well, Vin was the top one for me too. But we were talking.
He was calling World Series too, right? I mean, Vin called everything.
Yeah, he did everything.
Yeah,
Vin would call the World Series. I think he called golf. I think he called the whole. Yeah, he called
golf.
Football.
Yep.
He called everything. But we were talking about the Lakers, and you and Sedano were talking earlier, and we were talking about you were talking about Austin Reeves. Yeah. You were talking about whether LeBron's going to retire or not. But one of the main things is that we were talking. I mentioned that Mike Trudell brought up the fact that they could just run it back. To me, I just don't get it, Geeter. Like, I don't understand how you can come back with the exact same team and expect to do anything. Like, I understand Rui was fantastic in the playoffs, and for the right amount of money, you should bring him back. Austin Reeves is going to demand the amount of money that he's going to demand. But you still have people are talking about how they want Luke Kennard back at the same amount. Marcus Smart. You have the same team. And we saw that the same team doesn't actually get it done in the playoffs, despite, Houston, because they just couldn't shoot. But they can't match up with these. So how do you go back into this season and just hope for a trade in December? I can't see how that works out.
You don't, Bergie. You can't. And by the way, too many free agents and too many moving parts to be able to run it back. Now, I think when Mike talks about run it back as well, you're thinking about run it back with maybe your big three, maybe Rui, Marcus Smart. Like you run it back with a certain some of those guys you do want back, right?
Like Kennard, do you want Luke Kennard back?
You know what? When I saw what Luke Kennard made, and I love Luke
$11 million,
and I was so impressed with him. He struggled, of course, in the OKC series, did get it going in that last game, but I liked what Luke Kennard did. I'd be okay bringing Luke Kennard back at a team-friendly deal.
Like $4 or $5 million somewhere around there.
Because of the shooting and because of the playmaking, and he did show me a lot, but also defensively, he did get attacked in that series, right? They all did.
Yep.
So for me, like, I need to get like I said, Peyton Watson's going to be an unrestricted free agent.
I would love Peyton Watson.
But I want a type of guy like that. It's not a strong wing class, but Kelly Oubre is going to be out there. Andrew Wiggins is going to be out there. Thibel's going to be out there. I mean, you're not getting all of them, but you're going to have to get one. So when I'm going through my wish list earlier, I'm not saying, we're going to get all these guys, but you need to get it. You need to get a wing. Who are the bigs that are out there? It's Robert Williams III.
Right.
It's
Time Lord.
It's Mitchell Robinson. Those kind of guys. What are you going to draft at 25? You take the kid from North Carolina who can kind of stretch the floor. So I think what I do have faith in, the Lakers front office, and I meant to ask Jay Hare this, but we ran out of time. And I said it before, I'm super excited to see how they build. How Rob Pelinka, listen, the Dodgers, they do it right.
Yep.
Lon, Andrew Friedman, all these guys, they're in the perfect window. Now you add Rob to that group, and and Rob said it in the press conference, we've been working on this for months. So that expectation is that they have a plan A, B, C, D. And Rob always says, like, hey, listen, man, it's not easy to do what the OKC did. You got to lose a lot. The Spurs weren't in the playoffs for 7 years. So you're not going to have the first pick, the second pick, the third pick, right? You're just not. So how do you position yourself? And that's going to be building through free agency and making smart deals, team-friendly deals. That's what they have to do well. And I think the Lakers will.
I think you could look at how that OKC did it. They have every guy on their team, if they're not under contract for next year, it's a team option for next year. It's not all these team option. It's not these player options. I'm looking at Jared Vanderbilt right now. He's under contract for next year, and he has a player option for the year after that. It's $25 million over the next 2 years, $13 million for 27-28 as a player option. So essentially, his contract is a 2-year contract. That's killer for a team.
So when you look at a guy like DeAndre Ayton, people say, he's going to opt in because this is his best situation, most likely, unless he thinks he can go somewhere else and get into a better situation. Now everyone thinks Marcus Smart. He might look at that and be like, let me see what number I can get.
You want to give this guy? You want to give this guy $8 million, $10 million, and I'm going to make $5 million?
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, the team option deals that Sam Presti has, crazy.
Yeah, they're doing it the right way.
Hartenstein, Dort, team option deals.
Right. But then that comes into play too, because if you have all those guys on team options, and other teams have this also, we don't know who's going to be not picked up. We don't know if Hartenstein's going to be picked up, or Lou Dort is going to be picked up, or even I think Kason Wallace is a team option also. You don't know if those types of guys are going to be picked up or not. And if they're not, then they're out there and available again too.
Wouldn't you love a guy like Lou Dort, even though we hate him?
Of course.
But you need that style. And it was interesting. I always thought, we were in here last time, and Cappy was here, Sedano was on the road. We talked about Adu Thero, like, hey, that's the guy that you've now invested in.
Yeah.
And he got valuable minutes in that series. And I said it on our show, like, I know I'm not calling him Lou Dort. I'm not saying he's that kind of player yet, but isn't his body type and his athleticism? And what about, listen, he didn't make those 2 threes, but it looked okay.
Yeah.
Win and out. I like the release. So if he works on his game like you think these guys will, and you hope that they do, then he can be a rotational player. That's the goal, is guys you draft become rotational players. Great contracts.
Right.
Great
low
contracts. Low contracts. So now you can focus other areas of spending more money on a Peyton Watson.
Look at A.J. Mitchell, who is the same way.
Genius.
Small, $2 million.
$8 million for 3 years?
Yeah, crazy. So that's the type of thing you need. So you need a guy like Adu Thero to take that next step and to show that, hey, I have all the athleticism in the world. I can hit a three-pointer. I can play good defense, and then he'll get more time. Those are the types of guys I want to see have the Lakers come back. And as much as I love a lot of these guys, I killed Rui Hachimura all season long because he was terrible during the season.
Yeah, he can frustrate for sure.
He can, but he ended up hitting like 50% of his three-pointers. He was like 44% by the end of the year.
But I think what frustrates you is, and James talks a lot about this, and Rob on Air and Fish and those guys, like, you want him to be more aggressive and more assertive.
Yes.
But from experience of talking and telling me this, he averaged 23 in Milwaukee, gets traded to San Antonio, becomes a scapegoat. Everyone in the town hates him because he's getting 11 a game. He's like, dude, I shot 4 times a game in the corner. That's where I was supposed to stand. No Luka Doncic, no Austin Reeves. Because Rui's now a main focal point. So how does he learn how to be more assertive, more aggressive? Got to cut. Got to get your own rebounds. Got to get into your position. So that's why he was better off the bench. He was a much better Laker off the bench once they put Marcus Smart into the starting lineup. And then when those guys were out, he went in the starting lineup, but he was a focal point.
Right.
So that's why he frustrated us all. He's just kind of out there with the big three floating around.
You're right. I think that's exactly why it is, because he was just floating with those guys. But I always looked at him like a poor man's Aaron Gordon. Like, he can cut towards the basket along the baseline. He can hit a three-pointer. He can defend at a decent level. And he just never got to that spot. And then you see him in the postseason. All of a sudden, you're like, this is the guy we've been waiting for. This is the guy I want to see.
So do you pay, like George said, I'll give him $20 million.
Yeah.
Do you pay him because you know what he's done in the playoffs for your team over the last 3-4 years? Or does he frustrate you too much in the regular season where you don't know if it's worth it?
So, I mean,
because that body is what you need. We have one guy in our he's an athlete, he's big, he's strong, and he can shoot.
He looks like everything that I would want on this team. Exactly what you're saying. The physique, the 3-point shooting, the way that he can cut. His mid-range game is actually really good as well. So, yeah, he's everything that I'm kind of looking for this team. And because of the playoffs, he's one of the guys that I would re-sign now after all of that. But then I go back and forth, Geeter, because I start thinking to myself,
now you're running it back.
Now I'm running it back, and that's the last thing that I actually want is to run this back.
You start to love guys, and then you realize, even on the radio we're talking about earlier, I'm like, oh, so we're running it back,
right? Yeah, and you're like, no, we can't do that.
Have everyone.
Like Jared Vanderbilt is back no matter what. Jake LaRavia has a $6 million contract. He's back. Bronny and Adu are both back. Everybody else either has a player option or is just not here.
What about the expiring contracts, too? Those are the ones that are valuable later. Like, Rui was valuable going into this year, but they kept him. And then he ended up being great in the playoffs.
Yeah, so that's the whole Trudell thing, right? Like, you bring these guys and have their either expiring, give them one-year deals, make them team-friendly deals that you can then move on to something else. But I just don't trust a trade. Because you don't know. Yeah. I don't trust you can't say much, but I don't trust Rob Pelinka to make those types of moves that need to be made. Now, I do trust that they're bringing in 2 assistant GMs, that Andrew Friedman and Farhan Zaidi are both going to be a part of this. And Lon Rosen is part. I trust that there is a brain trust.
But you should trust, right? I mean, Dorian Finney-Smith was a good trade, right? The trade at the deadline to get rid of Russ and get Vando and all those guys was a great trade at the time. I know they didn't keep it. Ended up working out. Right. So trading for Luka. I mean, I'm just saying, like, there are.
I mean, the Luka trade. Yes, he was a part of the Luka trade. I don't believe that Rob was on the phone with Nico Harrison being like, hey, man, I really want Luka Doncic. No, I don't. But for the rest of it, I don't know. He's made some good moves and some bad. I just don't know which are his moves and which are LeBron's and clutch moves. And I think that's where it kind of goes.
But now this ownership with Rob, they have more assets now.
Yes.
Right? More draft capital. I think that matters. So that's why I think I'm excited and I trust what could happen this summer.
Yeah, and because there's a brain trust, there's more smart people in the room, that it's not just Rob. I don't think anytime that it's a unilateral decision, it seems a little bit worse. So now that they have more guys that they're going to have in there, and whether I don't even know who they're going to bring in, but who they bring in is going to be, and also for the draft specifically, Tony Bennett coming over here from Virginia was a great move.
By the way, love that move.
Love it.
Love that move. And just to go back to Rob and that group just one more time, like also I think what they deserve some credit for, because there is a lot of pressure here in LA. There were a lot of bad trades out there. And I was glad they didn't just trade a couple times and give up that pick, because I knew it would be more valuable. And Rob has mentioned that too. Sometimes it's harder to not make that deal, but you know it's the right thing in the long term.
Right.
So,
yeah, no, it's fair. I'm really interested in what this offseason, depending on what they do, and next offseason are the two most important that you're going to see in Lakers history. Because as of right now, in 27-28, they have nothing. They got nothing on the books besides Luka and a player option for Jared Vanderbilt, and then a couple team options, and that's it. It's empty. There's nothing there.
Now let me ask: this is what they wanted, right?
Right.
I mean, they kind of talked about it a year ago. There's been hints along the way. So now, here's your chance to build. Even though it's not a deep class, so you must.
But we don't know what the class is.
Yeah, you can pick. You can get one of these guys, and then, like you said, there has to be a trade somewhere.
Right.
I don't know what it is, but you have to hit on all those parts. Got to be a trade. Got to be some free agents. Got to be in the draft.
Yeah, got to hit a little bit of everything, Morales. A
little bit of everything.
It's what we're going to hoping for.
Now, does Derek Fisher drink the coffee out of like a paper cup, or does he have his own mug at Spectrum?
I think he has his own mug, and I think
Derek Fisher's a 5-time champion, Morales. He can have any mug he wants.
Well, I'm just asking.
To be honest with you, he's not really a coffee guy at night.
What?
He's not really a coffee guy at night. Well, remember, he's only
not
there
a coffee guy in the morning. I don't think
he's not there at the daytime when I'm there.
Oh,
James and those guys roll in for the games.
Right.
See, you have to go.
I'm there earlier.
You got to go hang out with him.
Yeah, I'm nobody. Yeah.
Now, see, that was sports radio there. How did it feel? You and Bergie just smacking it around?
Smacking it around.
Man.
We're just a couple of guys messing around. That's what we are.
The Sedano Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA in the YouTube hour, always made possible by Jacob and Ronnie. If you're injured in an accident, call Jacob, 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789, or call jacob.com. We'll take about a 3-minute timeout. Then we're going to do the Lindsay segment. By the way, I was just writing some liners for you, Geeter, to record after the show with me.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Guess what I'm going to do? It just popped in my head.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
And it's going to drive Mace crazy. The summer of Geeter. Oh, this is going to burn.
That to me with Mace.
It's the summer of Geet.
Oh, yeah, summer of Geet.
Well, that's what Sedano will do. But the summer of Geeter. Oh.
Your listeners are going to hate me.
Oh, it's good. Well, not our listeners.
He's going to make it so they either love you or hate you.
Exactly what you want.
By the way, you want to be loved and hated.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. 100%.
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
Oh, we'll be back.
People who don't know me hate me.
With the Lindsay segment next.
The personalities you know.
So I shot back. I said, at least our last Super Bowl team is still alive.
Wow. That's dark.
I apologize to all the living Super Bowl championship Raiders.
The personalities you know, the teams you love, the station you spend time with every day. LA's mega sports station. ESPN LA 710 and the all-new ESPN LA app.
He's the son of a school teacher and Navy veteran who built a company worth billions and walked away from it. Tom Steyer, pledging to give away half of everything he earned to charity and fight for Californians. So when out-of-state corporations weren't paying their fair share of taxes, Tom Steyer led the fight for Prop 39 and won, making sure no one takes advantage of California and gets away with it, and earning California billions of dollars for our schools. Tom took on big oil to stop them polluting our air and water and smashed them. Tom fought for free school lunches, so no child goes hungry while learning. Tom Steyer, strong enough to take on the special interests crushing us with the cost of living. As governor, Tom will stop Wall Street from buying up middle-class homes, lower utility rates by 25%, and ban corporate PAC money from polluting our politics. Other politicians talk. Tom Steyer gets it done.
Ad paid for by Steyer for Governor 2026.
And now from Good Karma Brands, here is Sam Pines.
Hi, this is Sam Pines, partner at Good Karma Brands and ESPN LA. When we purchased ESPN LA in 2022, in collaboration with the Walt Disney Company, I knew LA had great teams. I didn't realize how passionate the ESPN LA fan was. It's been awesome to see and experience. The fans who show up every day, you're what makes this place what it is. From the Mandy Awards to summer softball games in West Covina, there's something special about this community. We've got incredible teams, the Lakers, Rams, USC, LAFC, Kings, and Angels. And then there's everything else.
It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic.
Mason and Ireland's growl. Cappy yelling, "Love Boat." Sedano's sighs. Eisen landing another A-list guest. Evan Cohn going deep on Brady. Travis pulling out Buffalo Gruden. DeMarco keeping everybody honest. And Morales dropping a random bam. And that one might have been a final. That's ESPN LA. Whether you watch or listen, thank you. You're what makes all of this possible.
It's a kind of magic.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
9:38. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. One of the if not the greatest CB theme, one of the greatest CB themes. Turn on your mic, Geeter. Come on.
1,000%.
Well,
Gopher, Julie,
Captain
Isaac.
Sabin.
No, I don't think it's Captain.
Oh, that's a different. That's a different show I watch.
That's a different, different channel.
Yesterday, May 17th, back in 1976, The Love Boat premiered on ABC.
Yeah. The Love Boat.
Now, Cappy does
Captain
Love Boat.
Love Boat.
But I don't remember. How did The Love Boat start? With Cappy yelling it? It started during crosstalk.
It was when he would come on Mason, Ireland. So it was me and Jorge on the board. And for some reason, he said Love Boat or something happened. And then Jorge would just go, "Hey, say the Love Boat thing. Say the Love Boat thing." And he would just keep saying it. He'd go, "Love Boat, Love Boat, Love Boat." And then it became Love Boat, Love Boat.
That's how it started?
Yep. It was Jorge Briones.
It is time. Yep. And by the way, Jorge is on some leave with the family. Just because people have asked.
Yeah.
You know, Bergie didn't whack him.
No.
It is time for the Lindsay segment. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter, Instagram. Thanks to our friends at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale with the Lindsay segment. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. So before I get into my Lindsay segment stories, well, I guess I'll just make this one. How do you guys feel about Anthony Edwards going over with 8 minutes left in the game when they're down by, 20-something? And congratulating, shaking hands with the other players. Do you guys think he explained it as, well, I knew I wasn't going back in the game, so I just want to show those guys some love, you know? Like, do you have a problem with this? Geeter, you go first.
Lindsay?
Geeter?
Unnecessary. Why do it? Makes no sense. Are you trying to send a message to some guys that I'm going to go dap up these guys because they're awesome and they're they crushed us and we're not ready, but I gave everything I had? Or are you immature? Or are you just doing it because kind of figuring out how to lose? I feel like every time he's knocked out of the playoffs, he has some kind of comment or does something interesting that you go, is he ready to really be the leader? Listen, he's a phenomenal player. I love Anthony Edwards. I just don't see the point of doing that, Bergie. Why go over there with 8 minutes left? Wait till after the game like everybody else does in every other sport. You don't need to go into their huddle with 8 minutes and 30. They look at you like, what are you doing? He's in the middle of their huddle, hugging. It's just disrespectful to your own team and your own coach.
Yeah, I hated it. I hated it for all of those exact same reasons. Yeah. 8 minutes left. You can't go over to the other team and do anything. Like you're basically saying no matter what the score, even if you're down 20, 30, the fact is that there's still an opportunity to come back, and you have to believe in your teammates. And going over there and congratulating them, that's such a bad look. I mean, he's never really cared what he looks like.
That's why
it's just like it's almost on brand for Anthony Edwards, but.
And when the buzzer sounds and you want to leave to the locker room and you don't want to have that moment out there, then that's on you. You go do it, and people will talk about it. Oh, should he have shaken hands? Or you wait the 5 minutes that it takes to hug everybody, guys you know in the league. A lot of them are friends. They played on all-star teams, all that stuff. Say your congrats, and you're in the locker room in 5 minutes.
Right.
But to do it at 8:30.
What do you think is worse, him doing that or when LeBron ripped his jersey off after they lost to the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals in, what year was that?
9? No, they lost to Orlando in 9. 10. 2010.
2010.
So
Everyone
to me,
was so mad about that.
It was the year we were supposed to play the Cavs.
Right.
Right. And it didn't happen.
And
That would have wasted.
You know that.
You would have gotten Kobe, LeBron. That would have been great.
That would have been awesome.
It would have been great.
No, that I don't have a problem with that. That's passion. That
I'm
means
okay with
that
it,
you're
too.
you're fully into the game. You're upset. You're pissed that you lost. That makes sense. If you're going to go over there with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left, then you can sit there and wait, like you said, and go over there afterwards and do all of it. It's fine because you already want to go congratulate them.
I'm a leaving.
You're going to do the geek now, too?
Island Boy. I remember that one. That's
remember Island Boy?
That's the one I remember.
Island Boy.
Yeah, we probably should retire that one.
No, listen. They were just having fun.
Just a couple of guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Was that at Islands?
That
You
was
can
at
say horse
Islands.
or horse.
That was at Islands. We were in Manhattan Beach.
All right, next one. So, a movie theater employee is blowing up after telling his TikTok followers that bringing your own food into the theater is actually not against the rules. He said he asked his boss point blank what would happen if someone walked in with outside snacks. Like, am I supposed to, confiscate them? Am I supposed to not let them in? And he said his boss told him it was a complete myth. And this video has racked up, over 50,000 views, and there's comments all over the place, split down the middle. Some people swear that they've been stopped or warned, while others claim that they have been smuggling snacks, drinks, and even Chipotle in for years with zero problems. So are you, sneak food into the movie theater guy, Berg?
Yes, I am absolutely sneak food into the movie theater guy. And I have snuck a burrito, by the way.
Wait a minute, really?
Yeah. What is it about a burrito at a movie?
Oh, yeah, it's great.
I used to go to Baja Buds in Santa Monica in my 20s, and I would get a big, huge burrito.
Yeah.
And I would go sit in the theater and watch a movie.
One of those big Chipotle burritos? Oh, yeah. It's fantastic.
Absolutely
have done that. I'll go get snacks. I'll go get candy to bring in for myself. I'll do all those things.
Six-pack of beer, some prime rib.
Back in the day,
nowadays they're selling alcohol.
Yeah.
They're selling alcohol at theaters.
They are,
which I think is
genius. I have been stopped, Lindsay. I definitely have been stopped at the AMC 16 in Burbank, where there's you can't bring anything, not even water. I wasn't allowed to bring water. I wasn't allowed to bring food in. They stopped me and said, "I'm sorry, you can't bring it.
You can't bring in that giant burrito, scumbag."
No, that's right. You can't. And so I had to go outside and hide it in my pants and then go back in and they didn't see it.
So you didn't actually put it back, or
is that a burrito in your pants?
Is that or you're just happy to see me? Yeah.
You just rearranged your hiding spot.
Yes, I did. I walked in with it and it's you can't do that. So then I had to hide it. They're basically just telling you if you want to do this, fine, but
don't
hide it.
Don't flaunt it in front of us. Put it around your sweatshirt, inside your sweatshirt. You carry it in.
Do something else.
I've always been very when I was younger, we would go to the dollar store when things were still $1 back in my day, and we would try and smuggle in candy. But then I thought about this, and I was like, I've never once had somebody say you can't do that, you can't bring something in, whatever. And so I thought next time I go to the movies, I'm totally going to try this.
Lindsay.
Yes.
You ever steal anything from 7-Eleven or anything, like piece of candy or
piece of candy?
I once stole a hat on accident because I was trying it on and then
By
got
accident.
pulled into a 15-minute conversation and then left, not realizing until after. But I went back and paid for it.
Okay. So you've never stolen anything knowing I am stealing this?
No.
Okay.
How about you?
Yes.
Of course.
I mean,
like a pack of Mentos.
You
just walk right out.
When I was, but
baseball cards, Pop-Tarts from 7-Eleven back.
There was
in the
one
day.
time when I was
stole beers one time.
My next door neighbor got in big trouble for stealing some gum, and she was grounded for 6 months, I swear. So then I was just oh no.
When I was little, I would be afraid to do it. But I really wanted a Snicker bar.
Yep.
So I grabbed it and I would just walk by and I would just roll it outside.
Yeah.
And then go and walk around and come back, pick it up and leave because I didn't want to walk out with it.
And by the way, there are the nerves that go with that.
Oh, so scary.
Real. I mean, listen, in my 20s, I'll never forget Deerfield Beach, Florida. We're there for a beach volleyball tournament, partying, and me and one other guy, it was late at night. I walked into 7-Eleven. He stayed outside. I grabbed 2 40s.
Oh, yeah.
And I ran out of there, and we sprinted. I don't know if anyone ever came after us, but ran all the way down to the water, and I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. What an idiot. But I thought at the time, this is one of the greatest feats of my life.
Oh, that's a huge feat. 2 40s? To walk out with 2 40s?
Looked at the guy, ran out, and literally made a left down, right, those beach towns in Florida, straight down to the White Sands, Deerfield Beach, Florida.
Do you think they
What a
knew
loser.
and they didn't or they just didn't care?
Yeah, I don't. Either they didn't care, didn't see, or didn't chase us.
Yeah, they didn't want to chase. Is it worth it for me to go chase this guy for this $2.40?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
But in my mind, it was legendary at the time.
When I was like 17 and I thought smoking was cool and I smoked for a long time, cigarettes. They used to have cigarettes right out in the front.
You like grit dogs, huh?
Oh, yeah. I would just grab one and walk out the door because they just had it right there at the front.
Yeah.
They weren't behind you back then. They were right in the front. And I could just grab and pull and leave. And
remember
then smoke
cigarette
cigarettes.
machines?
Yes.
I remember when I was like waitressing when I was younger, and they had hostessing, and they had those cigarette machines where you put the money in, and you pull it out like a vending machine. How weird is that? Now that you think about it,
smoking section at Marie Callender's. I
Yeah.
used to
Oh,
have.
yeah.
I was a waiter. Marie Callender's smoking section.
Did they tip better in the smoking section?
They stayed longer. No,
they stayed longer and just had water
they
and
have their
smoked.
strawberry cream pie and coffee that you fill up 9 times,
I
and they're
think
tipping you 75 cents.
particularly gross to smoke cigarettes while like you're in a restaurant where people eat food.
It was normal.
But
It
like,
was normal.
when I worked when I was a bartender, and I remember the day that they changed, like they started the law, like it went into effect where you're not allowed to smoke inside anymore, and we had to throw away all the ashtrays. And I was so happy that A, I didn't have to clean the ashtrays anymore, and B, just like not having the smoking in there, because the smoking people were always the worst.
They were always the worst. Have you guys has Morales seen you like take a dart and get into it?
I feel like we smoked some darts on the golf course years ago.
Nice.
On golf
I might
course.
have had a pack on me. I would every once in a while have like a pack of Marlboro Reds.
Were you ever a dip
Just
guy?
for the-
Were you guys ever dip guys?
I was a huge dip guy.
Yes.
So I was
so
a dip
gross.
guy with cigars at the same
Wow.
time.
So
Shocking, I got heart failure.
When pouches started to go, did you go to the pouch? Because I went to the pouches.
The problem with the pouch.
Now there's Zins, but it was like first there was pouches, now Zins.
Now, tobacco, like skull pouches, was a little
Yeah.
too much for me.
Yeah, gotcha.
I
Okay.
liked control. I like to be able to put in a little bit, not
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
Whereas you put in a pouch, like I've done them.
Yeah.
And then I got into the Zins a little bit. But some of these guys in the back, the MCs, like Nick Riley and Kobe Walsh, they're
love
going
them.
hardcore Zins.
Oh, like
and
9 milligrams
Oh,
Zins.
they'll
not the
go
3.
9 milligrams.
That gets you going. That's a little.
That's why their jaws moving like they're on the perico, back in the old days.
It's more than like 4 Celsius.
Yeah. Is the milligrams
8
like
balls and 8 balls and Zins? 9 milligrams.
Is that nicotine?
Yeah, it's
the
nicotine.
Zins are nicotine.
So
yeah.
is nicotine what makes your gum line recede?
No, that's tobacco.
Okay.
I mean, probably
don't try
nicotine.
Probably both.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's not great.
both.
It's not
Like
great.
my
There's a lot of chemicals in those.
My gum lines are receded a little bit on the bottom from the dip.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, does that grow back? Because I remember
don't
when
know.
I was in high school, my boyfriend did dip, and he had like no lower gum line. I mean, it was so gross.
so
It looked like a
gross.
Yeah.
horse.
I'm just
Oh,
lucky
then
that
the
when
spit cup and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Oh, it's so gross.
I'm just lucky that when I was in the coma, they fixed my nose.
Yeah.
So I don't have a hole in my nostril
I mean,
anymore.
how great is this
But
hour?
it was
though?
fun getting there.
honestly, this hour it was.
It's a lot of time.
Talked about dip, darts, and 8 balls, all within 3 minutes. If that's not,
That's the summer
Well,
of
that's
Geeter.
not- ESPN LA.
that's the 90s right there in a nutshell for you.
Well, for me, it was the 2000s, but that's okay.
2000s, yeah. 90s.
Man, this guy, I swear, I've worked with this guy a long time.
Dude, I would love to run with the Bulls with Morales. Man. You must have gone.
It was something, man.
It was something.
yeah.
That is for sure.
Well, speaking of the 90s, I got one more. A Nashville TikToker has sparked a full-blown internet debate this week by picking up a bag of Funyuns and realizing that the brand is spelled Funyuns and not Funyuns like Funions, like, like the onion, but with an F. So she posted the video and she was like, am I like tripping right now that this is Funyuns, F-U-N? Like I don't remember that ever being there. And then everyone was like, oh, this is called the Mandela effect. And that's when a large group of people all share the same memory. That's false. It's not a real memory. So there's a lot of these like saying that Sinbad was in a movie called Kazam.
He was.
But he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Then there's also another one where it's like the Berenstain Bears and the way that it's spelled.
Berenstain?
And right. So there's like a whole list of these quote unquote Mandela effect things. So do you guys remember Funyuns being spelled differently than Funyuns? Because I swear it was Funyuns with like the IONS.
Yeah, so do I.
No, I remember Funyuns.
It was?
Always.
No,
Always.
I don't think so.
Always.
Maybe it was like different areas of the country or something.
Maybe. No, here in California. I mean, you're a California guy too. It's always been fun.
Has it?
Yeah. I've never seen
The
it
people
differently.
will know.
Yeah, the people will
The
know.
chat room will know. Check
But by
that.
the way, Shazam absolutely was a movie, and he
Shazam-
was in it.
Listen,
That
I went
Sinbad
down
was
he wasn't.
I went down a rabbit hole one day for like literally 3 hours trying to get to the bottom of it, and he
They
wasn't.
scraped it from the entire internet.
Either that
Gone.
or
Well, maybe it's called something different. He was definitely in it, like
no,
a genie.
no,
right?
that
He
is-
was. He was. I vividly remember it as a child watching that
I'll
movie.
go down.
I remember it too, Greg,
Flamed
but
with
everyone
this
says
one.
that it's not real.
They think that we're saying Kazam with Shaq, and I know those are
Thank
two
you.
totally
Two
separate
different
movies.
movies. Yes, Fergie.
Two different movies.
I remember like a scene and the kid like rubbing the lamp,
Yep.
and then
Yeah. He was giving
Sinbad
wishes.
appears.
He was giving wishes. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, rub that lamp, Geeter.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any other Mandela effect things?
He's a weirdo. I love
think
it.
of?
You are a weirdo, huh?
You are a weirdo.
Man, I'd love to get weird back in the day.
I don't think it's
Sorry,
likes
sorry,
to
is that
watch.
allowed to
Well,
say that?
I don't think it's a back in the day thing.
We're not in the tree. We're not in the trust tree.
Oh no, we are.
Okay.
We are very much so. But
Oh,
Berenstain Bears.
There's a lot of them. If you look up Mandela effect, it's weird, and then you're just like, no, that's not true.
I don't know why I'm pissed about the Sinbad one, but I am.
I've been mad about that one for
It's
years.
rattled me too.
You
Lindsay.
really saw FUNIONS?
Didn't we, Lindsay?
Yes, I know I did.
I think you're just.
there was no.
That's
there was no why.
your mind building
How
it up.
high were we
Very.
eating
That's
Funyuns?
a good
Okay.
point, good point.
Very.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way to eat Funyuns.
Yeah. Huh.
Like in what was it? How High? Not How High. What was the movie with Dave
It was
Chappelle?
Kazam.
No, Dave Chappelle movie where he's high all the time. It's not How High.
Half
Baked.
It's a great movie.
By the way, watch the Netflix documentary I did over the weekend called The Crash.
Oh my God, that happened literally a city over from me. I still live in Strongsville.
It's Strongville, Ohio.
Oh my
and
God.
it was a big story, and there's a lot of like true crime things about it too.
Yeah.
But Netflix did a doc on it, and this girl who crashed her car at 100 miles an hour killed her boyfriend and their friend.
Oh my God.
She did on purpose. She murdered him.
Well, we don't allegedly. We don't. She is convicted.
She's in jail for murder.
Okay. Settle down.
Listen,
You're driving. It's
The point of reason that I'm saying this is there's a lot of videos from her social media that they're used as evidence where the joint she was smoking while driving, and this is, I mean, she was probably like 90 pounds, were giant, like not the joints we did.
Like Cheech and Chong joints.
No,
I
they
mean,
were
used
like
to see up and
cigars.
smoke.
They were like cigars, and it's like,
Yeah,
what's
it's a
going
blunt.
on?
Yeah, that's a blunt.
Oh,
Yeah, it's totally different.
Classy
yeah,
girl.
it's totally different.
And totally different high, too.
Yeah.
Oof, that gets you.
And she was 90 pounds and then drove 100 miles an hour. I
Drove 100 miles an hour, and they were able to get the black box from the Toyota Corolla, or Camry, I believe, to where it showed that she never broke and never got off the gas. So there's a lot of, I mean,
And
again,
there's video. She literally
And
just
she
drove it
lived.
Right.
she did live.
But that's
wasn't
At
supposed
100
to.
miles an hour? That's
Well, that's the thing,
crazy.
Lindsay. Do you think she wanted to die,
Yes,
or do you?
I
That's
do.
what I was
Yes,
thinking, yeah.
I do. I think she was trying to kill herself and the boyfriend. She didn't care there was a friend in the back seat.
And she knows. She lived a town over.
Listen,
Well, no.
the kid who died, I used to go tanning at, like, back when tanning was a thing. Like, his sister ran the tanning salon.
really?
So, yeah, like, we know all those people. My sister grew up with, like, we know a lot of those people. I know them. I was never friends with them. But, yeah, that girl she's nuts.
Was the
Sorry.
tanning salon like an orange tint, or was it like, did you look tan?
I was a big tanning salon guy
Yeah,
too for a
like-
long time.
Well, when you go tanning,
Can't do it.
I mean, I get spray tan now, and even though
Yeah.
it's not like natural looking, I don't care because it looks better than
Yeah.
being pale. And also, you can't go tanning because you'll get skin cancer. It's really bad for you. It should be illegal.
Well, come to find out, the heart got me first.
There's going to be something. Something was going to get you.
I used to love to lotion up and then
And just-
lay in the bed for 15 minutes, and I'd fall asleep and then wake up.
You
and I'd be-
lotion up, though. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that
Oh,
was
yeah.
part of the whole
it
deal.
accelerates the tan.
Oh yeah, I used to lotion
You lived
up
on the
like-
beach, so you
I'm
don't have
learning
to
a
do any of
lot.
that stuff.
And then
Yeah,
I was such a tanner that I had the little thing that you would wear so that you don't tan the schwanz.
Like a banana hammock.
Yeah, and I had they made them like they would sell them just for you because you don't want to use other people's.
No, you do not.
Yeah,
We
like
need
a little pouch.
Like the socks when you get shoes and you go do they get Vans? They give you like a pair of socks to try on. Like you can't.
and
wear
I had
someone
my own
else's-
goggles for a while too.
Wow, this is.
I was really into
I
it.
just
man.
went to the
We need a
beach.
Cappy and Geeter show and the YouTube hour just where they just weird off. Like
Oh.
a weird off between the two of them.
Well, that'll be happening soon during the summer of Geeter.
Oh man.
Or a geek.
Summer of Geet, indeed. All right, we'll do the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff here. We'll read both of them. Saturday and Sunday, May 16th and 17th, 2026. Don't wait for bad news to appreciate your life, Geeter. What possible value could there be in waiting to appreciate your life? Instead of postponing your experience of gratitude until you are forced to do so by some form of bad news, why not instead begin to treasure a life right now? Like Johnny I, he treasures it right now.
He's got a good life.
He does. But he works hard for it.
Got a lot of money too.
Yeah, but he works hard for it.
Sorry.
Life itself is a miracle, and we are truly blessed to be here. Now, the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff calendar for Monday, May 18th, 2026. Master the art of the heart-to-heart. A heart-to-heart is a very specific type of conversation that is ideally suited to, you guessed it, matters of the heart, like you opening up today with us, telling us secrets we didn't know about you.
Dangerous secrets.
Yeah.
By the way, do you feel you have more heart-to-hearts now that you had your heart thing?
No.
Okay.
You can use heart-to-heart talks to discuss awkward, painful, or difficult issues, or as a way to resolve conflict, solve problems, or come to a mutual understanding. This is a loving yet extremely powerful way to communicate with someone you love.
I agree.
There you go.
That's good.
Nicely done.
Yeah, do we have a dealer's choice or not really?
We can end it. We can call it.
Here's
Well,
the
if we-
dealer's choice. Go Cabs.
Yeah, Dealer's Choice Real Deal, thanks to Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your house? Before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. Providence Realty, DRE 019-15212. Now, I want to say, actually, I will say something for dealers or for Seller's Advantage and the Dealer's Choice.
Let's do it.
I've done a few Derek Fisher bits here and there this morning. As we know, 97.1 The Fan launched today. And I posted this when the news came out on my social media. More people doing sports content in the city of Los Angeles is a good thing.
That's right.
That must mean the format works if a company like Odyssey, the number 2 audio company in the world, wants to join the fun. A lot of our friends, Bergie and I, a lot of all of our friends are working over there. Producer Raj is over there. Bill Ryder, who's a friend of ours. Friend of Samboni's. Derek Fisher, who you work with.
Alex Curry.
Alex Curry. I don't know Alex personally. I've gotten to know Cody Decker on social media. So we welcome 97.1 The Fan.
Welcome Doug McCain.
Yeah, Doug McCain, who does the show with Travis, Locked on Rams. And we are in partnership with Odyssey here in L.A. with the Rams. In Cleveland, we share the Browns. In New York, we LMA 8:80 a.m. for ESPN New York. So it's all one big happy family. So welcome 97.1 The Fan, L.A.'s first FM sports station.
Cool.
And listen, more jobs in sports radio is always a good thing.
Sign me up.
Yeah. So everybody
Producer
have
Raj.
Producer Raj, yeah.
Yeah.
Let
Raj
me
is back.
tell you about the things Raj and I used to do.
Oh, you want weird.
If you talk about the 10 greatest nights of my life,
How many
six
was-
of them,
No way.
six of them involve Raj.
See, that's a friend from
And
life then.
4 of them, we didn't have pants.
There's stories that. Let's go get more breakfast, and you can hear all of those stories. I've heard all of them, and I don't need to hear them again.
I think I'm going to voice over some stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have a great Monday, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for having me, everyone.
Tuesday at 7
Thanks,
a.m.
Peter.
Cappy will be back. And the Rich Eisen Show now.